Well then, hello everyone. It is your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed. CodeErr. And yeah, we're gonna be playing some Genshin Impact today because the game has gotten some more stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be checking that out. Am I correct in assuming that the new event that dropped is actually voice acted? Also, hi Void. Nice to see you here as well. You live at exactly 23 and we are not exactly in the same time zone. What do you mean? Ah, no, yeah. See, the thing is, I started to do that. Like going live like up to a minute early. I usually go live like when it hits before it hits 23. Because for multiple reasons. The main reason, however, being that Rob once told me that I was a few seconds late. And I was like, never again. I'll be sure that my stream is always live by the time we hit 11 p.m. Never again will I be called out for being a few seconds late. And that's why I always start like a few seconds up to a minute early. So, yeah. That is, the thing. So yeah, is the new event thingy that is
Never
around.
gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Well, there it is. Never gonna run around and desert you. Anyway, let me check that out real quick. This right here? No. This is the event. I think the event isn't even fully out yet, right? I think it's only 2 parts out of 3, correct? I believe. So should I wait to play the event until it's fully out and play the story quest first? Like this one. It's even recommended, actually. It's even recommended I should play this first. I should absolutely play it first if it's even recommended.
Are made for transfer.
You know where we haven't been in a while? Inazuma! Might be nice to get a change of scenery. Come on, let's go!
Inazuma it is. Well, let's go and take care of that today. And depending on how much time we have, I might start and do like the first part of the event. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how much time we have, how this plays out. And yeah, let's just go with it. Alright, everyone. Inazuma.
Remember when we chased that Tanuki down this way? Good times.
More stuff in the code. Oh, trust me, eventually I'm gonna have to update it. But honestly, with Tribe 9 releasing now, I feel like that's gonna take up a lot of my, you know, whenever I have time kind of streams. I feel like Tribe 9 will take up a lot of my time that could have been taken up by Minecraft when that mod updates, so there is that. Because the craft is important. Oh, that is weird. This is a weird bug that's happened to me recently, and I don't know what's causing it. This happens every once in a while, where for some reason, there will just be a small part of any game or window I'm in that I can't interact with. As you can see, for some reason when I go up here, my mouse cursor changes and I'm no longer in the game and I can't click anything here. That is so weird. Yeah, that bug started happening recently, and I don't know why. Or what's causing it. Let me click out and back in. Okay, that fixed it. That fixed it. Good.
Huh? What's that?
You'll get the skin, don't worry. A piglet?
Paimon doesn't think they look anything like that. Oh, maybe there's a new kind of yokai in town.
Could be. Hello there, new friend.
Is it trying to get us to follow it?
One can only assume. We might as well. But yeah, speaking of... Oh, by the way, speaking of that pre-register skin and everything. Should I say it now or should I say it later? Also, high speed. Thank you for the follow. I guess I might as well say it now. I can officially confirm the Tribe 9 release day stream is happening. It's happening on Thursday. And it's happening 3 hours earlier than normal. I'm starting 3 hours earlier than normal and I will hold a 12-hour stream. It'll be my first ever 12-hour stream. I hope I'm mentally prepared for it.
What's that girl doing over there? She doesn't look well. Let's go check on her.
But I am excited for it. Whoa. Speaking of excitement, what?
Oh, what just happened? All we did was lock eyes with her for a split second,
Then we died.
Wait, where did all these people come from? And what are they here for?
Looks like they are waiting in line for some reason. It seems so. And Max! Thank you very much for the raid. Did you do a little bit more fishing for those past few minutes? I hope you got something good. Anyway, thank you, thank you. How's it going? I was just talking about how I'm gonna do my first ever 12-hour stream this week. On Thursday. 3 hours earlier than today's stream started, I will begin. And it'll be a lot. It'll be so much happening. My god, there'll be so much going on. Because I have to celebrate. I have to celebrate that Tribe 9 is coming out. After all, I am part of the XP Vanguard, so I have to celebrate. I am legally obligated, actually. Hate being uncontrollable, coughing after being sick. That does suck. I mean, I can only give you the usual advice of be sure to hydrate, maybe drink some tea and stuff, but I wish I could give you better advice than that, and I know you've probably heard that advice 1,000 times over, and it doesn't make it better. But yeah, anyway, Tribe 9, it's gonna be hype, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be the best gacha game. It's a free game! It's on Steam. Free game on Steam, you can wishlist it now, it drops on the 20th. And I'll be all over that. 12-hour stream of it on release day. Be ready. Not the best. Well, in my opinion, it's the best. Looks like they're waiting in line for some reason anyway.
Oh, and there's that girl. She's still here. Maybe she knows what happened.
If I leave now, will I have enough time?
No.
How many times do I have to explain?
There's no going back if I report him. But still.
Okay, what is up with this girl?
Anxiety over a lack of creative inspiration. Well, inspiration tends to give anxious minds a wide berth. So I hope our treatment will help you relax.
Thank you.
Huh. So you just suck people in without their consent?
Remorse for the misdeeds of the past, and
Only to
despair
then
over
cure
the
them.
sorry state of the present. I can help you face your troubles with a more positive mindset.
I think you might have
But you
already
need to
told
work through
me.
things in your own time too.
Again, just one more character I can get instead of D-Luke.
Many thanks.
Next, please.
Oh, speaking of uncontrollable coughing, Spinner.
What's wrong with her?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Next, please.
Just like you, for real, for real.
delicious.
Whoa, that was unexpected.
What did she just...
What do we have here? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what? We have no idea what's going on here, let alone what you're sorry for. Would you mind bringing us up
Yeah,
to
why
speed?
are we here? We just looked at you and then we were... boom,
It looks like
transported.
you've entered my dream by mistake. Let me wake you up, then I'll explain everything.
Took a bite out of it.
When did that...
When we looked at her. She has the magic eyes. Look into her
Whoa.
eyes.
Hi. Feeling more awake now? I never expected the Traveler to literally come to me in a dream.
How do you know who I am? How would someone not know who I am? Again, I've been to many different nations at this point, and I've already been to this very nation. I took part in the big old war against their Archon. How would these people not know who I am?
Oh, someone I know talks about you all the time. Plus, I'm pretty good at profiling people based on their reputation.
So, who are you?
Right,
do
of
like
course.
lick
It's our
tails.
first time meeting each other, so I should introduce myself properly. My name is Yume Mizuki, or just Mizuki for short. I'm a Yumekui Baku, which is a kind of yokai here in Inazuma.
So it is another
Yume
yokai.
Kuibaku?
Alright, I'm not sure about the Kui part, but I know the Yume part at least
Hey,
means
it's that little
dream, so
critter
that
from
makes sense
before.
considering her powers.
That's what we look like in our original form. I'm guessing that's the one that led you into my dream earlier? Baku feast on the bad dreams of human beings, but we need to be in a dream of our own to digest them. The place where you met me earlier was where I go to digest bad dreams.
I see.
I must have swallowed one too many bad dreams,
That
because
one
they were
VTuber,
causing me
which
some
what-
digestive trouble. It's
Fauna?
actually a good thing you showed up when you did. Call it a happy accident, I guess. Thanks to your help,
Not
I'm
so
now able
sure.
to digest all these dreams properly.
Yeah, we thought you looked a little uncomfortable. That's
Like
why we
the new
came
fauna,
over.
I see.
We didn't know what it was. We just thought maybe you could use
I actually
some help.
haven't kept up much with
And Paimon really
new
hates
fauna.
bad dreams, so Paimon's even more happy to help knowing that you can eat them.
Thank
Also,
you.
hi Gabe.
But I still owe you an apology.
Glad to know you love Baku. How are you? How is you? Hope you is well. Apology for what?
While you were inside my dream, I ate one of your dreams. But it
I mean,
wasn't a bad one. It was a
Can we
nice
squish?
one.
Can we keep one?
I've eaten so many bad dreams today that I just scarfed it down without noticing.
So Yume Kuibaku can eat good dreams too, huh? Still, is that really such a big deal?
Maybe. I don't know.
Of course it is. Dreams are some of the most precious things a person can have.
I
And
don't
just
have
went and
any
gobbled it
dreams.
down. It's the unwritten rule of my kind. Never eat someone else's good dreams without permission. I can't believe I was so careless.
Don't beat yourself up. I can beat you up instead.
But don't you feel horribly depressed? Isn't your mind suddenly flooded with distressing memories?
Nope.
Remarkable. I've never heard of someone remaining so mentally stable after having a good
Edge.
dream of theirs
The
devoured.
edge. Yes.
It's probably because the Traveler has too many good dreams to count.
And not a single one involves
Maybe.
you, Paimon.
But I still owe you something for your trouble. Ah, here, take this.
It's a VIP pass for the Isa bathhouse.
Oh, this is the bathhouse story quest. I know there's a bathhouse story quest. I wasn't sure if it was the story quest or the event. I guess it's the story quest. This is where they do the fan service. This is where Genshin goes all in on the fan service. Got it.
Staffed by clinical psychologists
I
and
got it.
offering spa and fine dining services, we invite you to bring us your troubles and leave refreshed and renewed.
That's where I work. You'll find the address on there too. This invitation letter entitles you to enjoy our highest tier service, free of charge. Oh, and speaking of work, I'd better get back before I'm missed. I hope to see you as customers soon.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Very soon indeed.
So she's a Yume Kuibaku that eats bad dreams and a clinical psychologist too?
Adds up. Again, I really need to break down the rest of the meanings of these words. The fact that I can only tell the first part, the Yume, that means I really need to improve a lot still. And that part is obvious. I mean, again, literal dream power, so of course dream would be part of the name for those yokai. Anyway, it adds up.
I've never considered therapy before. Then again, Paimon never really gets that stressed out. Oh, except when she's trying to decide what to eat. Speaking of eating, that bathhouse place does fine dining, and we have a VIP pass. That means we can eat as much as we want, right? This is the opportunity of a lifetime. We can't let it go to waste.
Of course, you're only there for the food. I, meanwhile, want to enjoy the actual bathhouse part of the bathhouse. Seems like that would be more enjoyable. Of course, I'm not one to turn down good food either. But when you're going to a bathhouse, you're not going there for the food primarily. Yeah, it's a bonus, but that's not what you're there for. If you're just cared about food, you'd go to a restaurant after all. So let's check this bathhouse out. Is it a mixed bathhouse?
I said bathhouse. Well,
I assume
based
it's
on
mixed.
the letter, this should be the place. It looks familiar. We've walked past here several times before, right? Just never got inside.
About time we changed
Are
that.
you here to visit the Isa bathhouse?
Whoa! Oh, where did you come from?
Oh, sorry. Forgive me, I didn't mean to intrude. We've been struggling to attract customers recently, so I got a little overexcited when I heard you discussing my bathhouse.
Your bathhouse? So
Huh.
you run the place, huh? And business isn't going so great, you say?
Oops. Please forget I said that. It just slipped
Let's
out.
go in.
Now, do you have an appointment?
We have a VIP pass. Can we use it now?
What? I've told them before, a promotional gimmick isn't gonna magically fix our business. Who issued this thing? Wait, is that Miss Yume Mizuki's signature?
Why, yes
I'm
it is.
so sorry. I had no idea you were invited here by Miss Yume Mizuki. Please, feel free to redeem your VIP pass now if you'd like. Just give your names at reception.
Sounds like she has a lot of clout. But aren't you supposed to be the boss?
Don't boss around a
I am,
yokai.
yes, but Miss Yume Mizuki's a major shareholder. The business never would have gotten off the ground without her investment.
I see.
What?
Oh,
So
it's no
she's
cause
rich
for alarm,
too,
though.
huh?
She's
Is
a
what you're
very
saying.
responsible person. In addition to being a shareholder, she's also personally involved in our day-to-day business.
Like,
She
if you
only
say
returned to
major
Inazuma
shareholder,
recently.
then...
Otherwise, I'm sure you'd have heard of her by now. She's a
Ah,
highly
so that's how
renowned
they're
clinical
explaining away the fact
psychologist.
that we never met her. Got it.
Please, head on in.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, let's see the inside!
An indoor hot spring? Oh, Paimon's
Huh.
gotta give that a try.
And it does look like there's no separations here.
Hello, I'll be right with you. Ah!
Great.
Oh, you okay?
Oh, sorry, I'm so clumsy sometimes. But don't worry about me. Putting customers in a bad mood is the last thing I
I
want.
see your pointy ears. You're not
I
human, are
promise
you
I'll
also a
provide an
yokai?
excellent service.
Perhaps?
Please don't leave.
I'm just gonna assume.
How many times do I have to tell you? You breaking a few plates isn't the reason we've
Not
been
the
losing
voice I
business.
expected.
Stop apologizing for yourself all the time. All it does is make you look like an easy target.
Really not the
It's
voice
all
I
good.
expected
We're not out
from
to
the
target
short
anyone.
stack.
You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
Nope, don't worry. As long as it didn't ruin your experience, that's all that matters. Now, well, it looks like you'll be my first customers today, so, according to our standards of service, I need to,
You need to remain calm.
Why
You're already
is she
failing.
so panicky?
Not a lot of customers.
Actually, we're...
Xion, let me see to these two. They're my guests.
Ah, there she is! Baku Lady is back.
So Mizuki invited you here? As VIPs? Does this mean you're gonna save the bathhouse?
What do I need to do to save it? Invite more people? Spread the word?
She means you must be very wealthy. Not everyone can afford our VIP service after all.
I didn't need to afford it, but
But
I am pretty
a couple of customers
wealthy.
with cash to splash doesn't solve anything in the long run. You should focus on what to do about our new competitor.
I'm pretty famous.
Aw,
I can hit the
Murasaki.
advertisement drum
Was
a
that
little
you
bit.
showing some concern for our business? I'm touched.
Ugh, did not.
Since you're so eager to find solutions,
Well?
you can work on our most pressing task, bringing our accounts up to date. With your smarts, I'm sure you'll fly through it.
Subtext being you can't give it to Xion because she's a moron and she'd screw it up?
Yes.
Xion, I'll take things from here. What I'd like you to do is head to the kitchen and prepare some of your very best snacks for our VIPs.
And try not to stab yourself in the process. Oh boy.
Will do! That's my specialty!
Sorry
Last
to
time
keep you
I saw
waiting.
a character
I
named
have to keep our
Xion
staff
work in the
calm to
kitchen in a
ensure you
fantasy
have the
setting. It
best
didn't end well.
experience. The panicky little girl is Hyakujitsu Haku Xion, and the lazy lady is Shiba Murasaki. They're both Baku, just like me.
Alright, let's try and see if I can pick apart their names a little bit. Murasaki. Really? Okay, that name is very on the nose. Literally purple. She do be purple. Hyaku Jitsuhaku. Can't pick apart much of that other than Hyaku meaning 100. Yeah, I can't really pick apart too much of that. Well, just trying to get a little bit of understanding on their names. Why 100? 100 what? Jitsuhaku. Guess we'll just move on.
Wait, so the older looking one is actually younger, and the younger looking one is older?
That's right. How we choose to appear is just a matter of personal preference. It's more
100
reflective of our
bitches.
personality than our age.
Ah yes, the clumsy one would get 100 bitches. Speaking of 100, speaking of 100 bitches, did you, did any of you watch the anime, The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You? I decided to watch that one for the lols. It's currently in season 2, and the last 2 episodes currently are just very on topic with the game that's coming out this week. Because the last 2 episodes were about baseball. And I'm very much so looking forward to Extreme Baseball later this week. Oh, the fun. The fun, the fun, the fun. All the fun. And they did go extreme. I mean, they literally went Super Saiyan. All of them. No, like, really. The yellow hair sticking up and the aura around them. They actually went Super Saiyan in a baseball game. I just now realized that that might be a bit of a spoiler for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. Then again, is it really that much of a spoiler if I say one joke of a comedy anime? There's a lot of other comedic jokes, even though I just gave one of them away. And hey, maybe that one joke is enough to make people be like, okay, I gotta catch up to this now. Anyway, where were we? Come on, Paimon, you've seen weirder stuff than this.
Anyway, enough about them. Back to you two. Per the terms of the VIP pass, you're entitled to free use of all our services. So the spa, the fine dining, and psychological consultancy.
Okay.
I would recommend starting with the psychological consultancy. Between me and you, one of the steps involves getting your bad dreams eaten. Since I ate one of the traveler's good dreams by accident, this seemed like the best way to make amends.
Okay, then.
We get to have our bad dreams eaten by a Yume Kuibaku? That sounds fun!
But is this a wise decision given the current state of the business?
Oh, that's a good point. You've been having some difficulties recently, right? It wouldn't feel right to get all this free service while you're struggling. Is there anything we can do to help out?
I have lots of Mora.
I take it you overheard Mr. Aikawa complaining about our current situation.
Yeah.
Well?
I'm sorry to cause you concern. Mr. Aikawa is a smart businessman, but he tends to worry too much about short-term profits and lose sight of the big picture. Our financial situation is nowhere near as dire as you're imagining. And in any case, passing our business woes on to our customers is hardly the solution.
Are you sure about that? Because I have the Mora.
Please enjoy the services we have to offer. Once you've experienced our hospitality for yourselves,
How's your day going? It's going
I'm
great.
quite sure your confidence in
Hi,
our future
how's your day
prospects
going,
will be
games,
restored.
for you?
Can't argue with that. Let's
Hope
get
you're
started.
doing well.
Of course.
I'm looking
The
forward
only
to
thing
later
is,
this week.
psychological consultancy is a one-on-one service that takes quite a long time. But I can't just make one of you wait around while the other one is in therapy. So, perhaps I can treat the traveler while Shion treats Paimon? Would that work?
Fine by Paimon. But, is she up for it?
Third most downloaded, fails to 11th. That's 3 out of 5 stars. Like, as for the download rankings, I'd assume that was relatively decent. But yeah, that 3 out of 5 star ranking is definitely something that would sting a little bit, considering you've put a lot of effort into it, I assume. Gotta look at it this way, while people didn't think it was perfect, they also didn't think it was particularly bad. They thought it was, well, 3 out of 5 is technically still a... 3 out of 5 is technically still... Like, 2.5 would be the middle, so 3 out of 5 is technically still above average. Now, I know that's not really something that would cheer you up a lot, I assume. But if you can figure out if they had any kind of feedback, if you can figure out where the problems are and correct them, maybe that would help. But yeah, if there is hardly any feedback, then I don't know. I don't know. Also depends on what the next project would be. Like, if the next project is something even more sizable, then it might be good to take a step back and do something smaller for the time being, where you're more sure of yourself, of it working out. Got no feedback or can't find what is wrong with it. You know what? You're free to share your game. I don't know if you're on my Discord or anything, or you can also just drop a link in chat. Anyone who's willing to give the game a try is welcome to do so. I mean, I do have a self-advertising section for that in my Discord specifically, where you can do stuff like that. The thing is, you can't really improve a lot without feedback, that is true. Like, you got the feedback that your game isn't perfect, but it's also not absolutely bad. you're pretty middle of the road, which again, could be worse. Could be better, but could be worse. But without getting any real feedback, it is really hard to tell, you know, what you need to improve and everything. So, my suggestion is, try to reach out to more people to try out your game and give you concrete feedback on what works and what doesn't. Because, I will say this, it is hard to judge your own work by yourself. You'll always have like a little bit of a bias going in when judging your work. Sometimes you'll think no matter what you do is absolute garbage, and other times you're like, I put so much work into this, it's just so good. Because you're constantly blinded by the thought of, I'm glad this worked. But yeah, some fresh eyes from the outside, some outside perspective would probably go a long way. Which means, of course, you're gonna have to find people who are willing to give you feedback. And preferably more so than just star reviews. Definitely. Which is why I'd encourage you to share your game with a few people. And if you have some people who you'd really trust to give valuable feedback, then those especially.
She'll be fine. I noticed how gentle and encouraging you were towards her earlier. You're the perfect client for her.
Oh,
Secondly, Shion's therapeutic approach is a little different from mine. It often involves food, so she might be a better fit for you.
Alright, you got Paimon hooked already the moment you said food.
food therapy? Oh, that sounds perfect.
Alright then, please follow me.
Was all that just so you could be paired with me?
Don't get me wrong, Paimon is genuinely better suited to Shion. But in all honesty, yes, I had my own reasons for wanting to treat you myself.
Oh boy, just
Your
the two of us,
psychology
huh?
is so unique. I just had to investigate further to satisfy my own curiosity. Please, come with me.
Alright, where are we going? In here? Ooh. Fancy. I like this area. Well, let's sit down. Here she comes to eat my dream.
There's a theory which suggests that we bury our most powerful emotions deep within our dreams. That's the territory I would like to explore.
And then she knocked us out cold.
Before I start, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Oh boy.
I want you to nod your head for yes and shake your head for no. All right?
Not all right. Okay.
Very good. Now, I'm going to plant a few thoughts in your subconscious, but it's nothing to get nervous about. Just a way
Okay.
to improve your sleep quality, so the treatment will be more effective.
Improving sleep quality? No way.
This is an incense from Sumeru that soothes the mind. The fragrance is said to be the scent of dreams.
Take a deep whiff of the poison.
Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and concentrate on the scent. The next step requires some visual preparation, so don't open your eyes until I say so.
Okay then.
Oh, where did it go?
What is Mizuki looking for? Surely it can't hurt to take a
I
quick
need to have a
peek.
stern
No.
talk with Murasaki.
No!
How hard is it to just put things back where they came from?
I must obey.
This needs another dab here. Huh, that's better.
You done? Okay. I listened. I was very obedient. I can do that
Hey,
much.
don't run off now, darlings.
Darlings?
here.
Maybe just a sneaky little peek? I am tempted.
For goodness sake, your butt's showing.
Excuse me?
All right. Shh. Ready. You can open your eyes now. You kept your eyes closed the entire time. If only every patient was as compliant as you.
Did you
it'd
just
make
hat
our
pat
lives
me?
much easier.
You know what? That was
Here.
worth it.
You deserve a treat.
The head pats were worth not looking.
Take a good look at this painting. There are some very special little darlings hidden within it, and I'd like you to find them.
You mean like you?
Do you see her? Isn't she just adorable? Now you just need to find the others.
Can do. There is you. And you. Found them all, so.
She's a Baku as well. Whenever someone starts dozing off, she's there waiting for their dream to begin. Your journey into Dreamland began as you were looking for them. Feeling sleepy?
I guess I'm about to doze
Now
off,
I
huh?
want you to take my hand.
No, it's too soon for unprotected hand-holding. I'm not ready for this. I don't think I'm ready. Okay, fine.
Oh, what's the matter?
Maybe I am.
Feeling shy? Relax. This is just a part of the psychotherapeutic technique.
I'm feeling very shy. I don't know if I can hold to take her hand. Guys, what should I do?
Oh, what's the matter?
Alright,
Feeling
you're
shy?
repeating dialogue. Okay, fine, I'll do it then.
Relax. This is just a part of the psychotherapeutic
I'm being forced
technique.
into hand-holding, whether I want to or not. Fine. Hello? There we go.
Very good. Now, close your eyes again for me. I want you to completely relax and focus your attention on the feeling of my palm touching yours. Notice how all other sensations in your body are slowly fading away.
And then I
Now,
died. The end.
Imagine you're not holding my hand, but your favorite things in all of the world. You run your hand through the sakura blossoms, gently falling through the air. Then through a squirrel's fur. Then you grab a fistful of sand on the beach. You are once again in the wilderness, running with the wind at your back. But slowly, your palm loses sensation. You lose your way and find yourself surrounded by darkness.
And your
You
voice
can't see
fades.
anything. But you hear someone calling you.
Never mind, it doesn't fade.
And now, a light is shining from the same direction as their voice.
And that person is gonna be our sister. Like if it would be anyone in our dream. Right? What is this place?
Traveler, come over here.
How about no?
Longing caused by separation. It tastes so bitter. Please don't stop moving.
Longing caused by separation, it is about our sister.
Despair caused by failure.
Despair, yes! We love despair!
Please, keep going. Regret caused by missed opportunity. A sharp aftertaste. Please don't look back.
Instead, look for more despair, even more. And we're back here again, huh? Back outside.
Go to where the sakura petals fall. Go to where the squirrels play. Go to where you can hear the sound of the waves.
Time sure passes, apparently. Time be schmoving.
That is where I am. Holding my hand tight, those lost sensations come back to you. The feeling of running your hand through falling sakura blossoms, or through a squirrel's fur, or of grabbing a fistful of sand on the beach. And as you return from the wilderness, you gradually recover your other senses as well.
And she's gone.
We've reached
Never
the end of
mind.
today's session. Don't get up yet, though. You were just in a very deep sleep, so you're probably still feeling a little groggy. I've switched to a different incense that'll help get rid of your drowsiness.
How you getting along, Traveler?
Yeah, we just finished.
How are you feeling after your session, Paimon?
Kinda fresher and more relaxed. It feels cozy somehow.
Good. That's exactly how you should feel after having a nightmare eaten. It sounds like the session was quite effective.
Oh, for sure. Paimon especially liked how she used the sense of taste to help guide the process.
Of course, that would be right
Paimon
up your
was
alley.
asleep for most of it, so she's not really sure how it all works. Did the Yumi Kuibaku just like sneak into your brain and gulp down your bad dreams in one go?
It's quite a bit more complicated than that. It deals with people's most visceral emotions, which have to be handled with the utmost care and attention.
That sounds super mysterious.
Sorry, that probably made no sense at all. Anyway, don't worry about the details. For your purposes, Paimon, just think of it as Xion gulped your dreams away. How are you feeling,
And
Traveler?
I hope those dreams were tasty. Well, just like Paimon described.
Really? I still think there's more work to be done.
What do you mean?
You have quite a reputation for resilience and positivity, so I expected to find very few negative emotions in you at all. But when I was deep in your subconscious earlier, the sheer weight of the emotions hidden there was overwhelming.
I'm sure it's fine. I do have quite a lot of baggage from my past.
Yes, you certainly do. But
Most of
that's
it
not what
connected to my
concerns me the
sister.
most. Despite all your negative emotions, I couldn't find a single bad dream. So I just gave your mood a boost for now.
Huh. Well, maybe he's just an eternal optimist at heart.
Optimist or not, everyone has bad dreams. Maybe they're just hidden even deeper in your mind. You're a unique case, as I suspected.
But he said he feels cozy, just like Paimon. So whatever you did, the treatment worked.
True, but as a clinician, I would have hoped to reach a better understanding of my patient.
Sounds like you want to keep researching me.
Fine by me, as long as you can put up with a daily nap while holding my hand.
Oh no, anything but that.
Anyway, all jokes aside, it's time for you to try out the hot springs.
Yes.
Your mind has had the chance to de-stress, Now it's time to do the same for your body.
I'm all over those.
that
Give me the
sounds
hot
good.
springs.
Paimon's feeling relaxed already. You know, this place provides a really great service. It's such a shame that you can't find more customers.
Don't start worrying about our bottom line again, or my work so far will count for nothing. Look, as long as we keep providing a great customer experience, we're sure to attract more business eventually.
If you say so.
Can we go to the hot spring now?
I think the travelers recovered from the therapy
Please.
session now.
Pretty please.
Let's head to the hot springs.
Yes. Let's go. Let's move. Well, well,
Most
well.
impressive, I must say.
Look who is
Miko, what
here.
brings you here?
Wanna join me? What was that?
There you are. I heard a rumor that you were about to be kidnapped. Naturally, I had to come and see it for myself.
She's joking, right? Paimon can never quite tell with her.
Miko, it's been a while.
You know each other.
She never mentioned? Interesting. We've known each other since before I became the Guji. I've told her all about you. But it sounds like she's forgotten all about me.
You'll have to forgive me. I just didn't want to scare the traveler off. And hi, I'm Miko's friend seemed like a surefire way to do that.
Fair enough. There's the Paimon, you said you're a bit early. Apparently this was just added on to the previous Paimon voice line as well for no reason. I found another mistake. Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, I've missed your way with words.
So,
Why should I pull for a
Guji,
character who winds
to
up on
what
the
do we
standard
owe
banner
the
anyway? Also, hi
honor?
Shiny. How are you?
Why, I simply came to see the business that my dear friend has invested in. Oh, and also to urge you to sell your shares before their value plummets to nothing.
Also, I don't have enough
you could
pulls to
always invest in
I
the
don't
AI
have enough
publishing
pulls to
house,
even
you know.
try anyway.
Business is always booming. You only need to ask.
Sounds serious. But what's wrong? Are the shares really gonna plummet to nothing?
Well, hasn't she told you? Of course. She's your therapist.
Waiting for
She has the
Risley,
perfect
and I'm
excuse
waiting
to
for
never
another
open up.
gacha game.
The Isa bathhouse used to be very popular. Although not because of the hot springs, despite the name. Their main selling point has always been the psychotherapy services offered by the Baku.
Of
But
course.
recently, a competitor cropped up. His name
No,
is
I'm waiting for
Emira
Tribe 9.
Ichigensai. He operates right here on Narukami Island, and his methods are said to be quite revolutionary. Since he provides a similar service to the bathhouse and boasts even better results, he was able to poach their entire clientele in just a matter of days.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, it's such a pity to see how empty this place is now.
But that means that we can relax
Miko,
more.
my job is to relieve my clients of their burdens, not to share mine with them.
Oh, of course you'd say that. You're a professional. But no amount of professionalism is going to fix this situation, is it? I heard people have been lining up since the early morning for Emira Ichigensai's clinic today. He's seeing patients just west of Inazuma City. And, how many patients have you seen today?
Surely you know I'm not going to quit.
Again, I can just drum up
True,
the marketing.
very
I'm
true.
famous in Inazuma and other nations
So,
too.
that's it? You're just gonna leave?
Aren't you two friends?
Oh, I'd love to help, little one. But I don't want to upset my old friend.
Miko's acting all mysterious again.
I understand why she doesn't want to help. The two of us are technically competitors after all.
What do you mean by that?
Light novels are one way for people to pursue happiness in their free time. So are hot springs, and so
Well,
is therapy.
but they're definitely on a very different
Miko
level.
and I disagreed quite significantly over the question
Light
of
novels
how to
are
make people
not
happy.
equivalent to therapy.
Paimon is so confused by your friendship.
It's definitely a quirky relationship. It's definitely a complicated
Paimon's
relationship.
curious, though. After today, it's hard to believe that anyone could offer a better therapy service than the Yume Kuibaku. Which begs the question, who is this Eimura Ichigensai guy anyway?
Something of a mystery. I tried to look into his background when he first started poaching my customers, but I couldn't find anything. I suspect he's avoiding me on purpose, since I'm a competitor. In all this time, I haven't even figured out basic things like where he sees his patients.
Well, we at least know where he is today, though, right? Miko happened to mention it in passing.
Maybe if he avoids you, maybe we could get in there and figure stuff out.
That's true. But I'm sure he'll find a way to avoid me again if I go looking for him.
Avoid you, but not avoid us.
Then why don't we go instead? We can pose as potential customers to get information out of him.
As I keep reminding you, this is my problem, not yours.
Unless the Isobar house ends up having to close, in which case it becomes our problem too.
Exactly. You provide an amazing service here, and we want all our friends to experience it as well.
All our friends. There we go. We're gonna be doing the marketing for this place.
Now it just seems rude if I reject your help. In return, all I can offer is an even better service on your next visit.
Sure thing. Just leave this to us.
Alright, go to the address Miko mentioned. Oh, so it's more on the outskirts of town. Interesting. Huh. It's over here, huh?
This should be the place. That guy looks official. Let's go ask him.
After you.
Hi there. We're looking for Eimura Ichigensai. Are we in the right...
Pay first, take a ticket, then wait your turn.
Wow.
Oh, okay. 97. What number are you up to so far?
53. Be patient. I'll call your number when it's your turn.
Well, so
Jeez,
far this
what a
doesn't
charmer.
seem so nice.
Looks like we're in for a long wait, huh?
So how exactly is this place more popular than the bathhouse? Shall I knock him out so we can barge straight in? Shall we talk to the other patrons while we wait?
Hey, good idea! It looks like there's a few of them over there. Let's go see what we can find out.
You! Talk to me.
Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you?
You don't. Show ticket.
Ah, so you're here for counseling too.
Yep. Fellow clients of Eimura Ichigensai here. Although this will be our first time using his service, so...
Service? How crass. We're talking about spiritual guidance here, not some business transaction.
Wow, okay. Damn.
In fairness to them, they haven't experienced it yet. Ignorance among the uninitiated is only to be expected.
Okay. Well, anyway, Isa Bathhouse calls it a service.
Ah, more defectors from the bathhouse, huh? Service might have a veneer of professionalism, but all it really means is inadequate treatment that costs a fortune.
Wow.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. After just a few sessions with Eimura Ichigensai, you'll completely forget about all your troubles. From then on, it's happy thoughts only.
Happy thoughts, happy thoughts,
Today's
happy
supposed
thoughts.
to be my last counseling session.
Oh no.
He says that after we're done, nothing will ever trouble me again.
Meanwhile, Isa Bathhouse boasts about their strange and mysterious methods, but it's a total scam. They only treat the symptoms, not the root cause, meaning you have to go back time after time. Also, they can keep charging you, of course.
Okay, so how does this
Exactly.
work here
Overpriced
exactly?
and ineffective. But counseling from Eimura Ichigensai? I can't get enough. I know I'm done after today, but I'd take any excuse to keep coming back.
Me too. Probably see you tomorrow then?
Whatever the truth of the matter is, Paimon is starting to seriously dislike these guys.
Remember, we're here to gather information.
Fine. Yeah, so we're mostly here to see what all the fuss is about. You guys seem to be experts by now. Is there anything we need to do to prepare for our session?
No, you don't need to do anything. Just show up, take a seat, and he takes care of the rest. I remember he lit some incense. It smelled wonderful and instantly relaxed me.
Why did everything go black?
I already know of the troubles that bring you to me.
I don't know why I lose my temper so easily. I'm pretty messed up, right?
Yes, in the sense that all negative emotions are defects of the mind. But I can remove these defective feelings, leaving your mind healthy, whole and free of distressing thoughts.
Removing defective feelings.
Now, receive my guidance.
Again, I don't like some of the wording here. Like, is he just incapable of feeling any anger
I don't
now?
actually remember the guidance, but anyway, it clearly worked. I guess whatever he said disappeared from my mind and took my problems along with it.
Sounds a little unbelievable.
So rude. Your counseling session will change your mind. In more ways than one.
We're only being cautious. What's wrong with that? You said it yourselves.
He
The
definitely
whole
does still
reason
seem
everyone's
kind
coming
of
to
quick
this
to be
guy is because
upset.
they're worried about getting scammed out of their Mora.
That's a fair point. You just need some reassurance, right? In that case, I can let you in on a little secret.
Go on.
This is where we get all the intel.
Well, someone in my family actually knew Imura Ichigensai before he made a name for himself. Apparently, he had a terrible temper. Pretty much everyone in the neighborhood had issues with him. But he must have had some sort of epiphany.
Oh,
because
don't
he did a
talk.
complete 180.
First we talk about
Went from
happy
having
thoughts,
the
now
most
we talk
rotten
about an
temper you can
epiphany.
imagine, to one of the most cheerful people around.
Is this Genshin or is it Doki
Even more
Doki Literature
amazingly,
Club?
all the people who used to despise him ended up becoming his best friends. His neighborhood's more peaceful and pleasant than it's ever been. So you can rest assured that whatever treatment you get from Imura Ichigensai, he tried and tested it on himself first.
Huh? What a ridiculous story.
Doubt it all you want. I heard it straight from my relative who knows him personally.
Again, I
What
feel
should
like
we
this
do
is some
now?
kind of
We may have
brainwashing
burned our
going
bridges
on
with
here.
these two.
At least we got some information.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people ahead of us, though. Why don't you take a rest while Paimon keeps watch? Just like how we do it on the road.
Fair enough. The long wait makes you sleepy. Before you know it, you've fallen asleep. You detect a faint fragrance and begin following it to its source. What is happening in my dream? Where am I?
Let go of your pain.
Well, you definitely seem pretty ominous.
Let go of your pain.
An eye? I feel like this... Whoa. And I'm getting attacked. I feel like this dude is no longer himself. He himself is also. The dude himself is also under mind control. He might have tested on himself. And that's how he came under the influence of whatever this thing is. And this thing is now inserting its influence on all the others. I don't know. Definitely ominous, though.
Traveler, it's almost time.
Oh, it was just a dream. Yes, nothing more than a dream.
That That was a long wait. Paimon's gonna need a nap after this, too.
No problem, it's my turn to keep watch anyway.
Alright, now time for us to go meet Mr. Amura Ichigenzai.
If it's even still him, not someone controlling him, some entity. I mean, what do I know? We're about to find out.
Oh, hello! We're number 97! It should be our turn now, right?
Yeah, sorry, the clinic's closed for the day.
Damn you! Kanai! You should go to
Because
Kanai
Emura
Ward!
Ichigensai doesn't have limitless energy, that's why. He's gone home to rest. You'll have to try again tomorrow.
We've been waiting so long!
Not as long as some people. Try getting here earlier next time.
Do you know where he lives by any chance?
Save yourself the trouble. Spiritual masters like Emura Ichigensai cultivate their powers with peace and solitude. Someone like you ain't gonna find him.
Drat! We should have barged in after all.
Let's report back to Mizuki for now.
Yeah, nothing else we can do for today.
Alright, let's give her our report. Mysterious Eye. I hope we are also gonna talk to her about what we saw in that dream, and we're not just gonna write it off as something that... We really shouldn't write it off as a random dream. We should definitely tell her about what we saw. Please tell me we're not dumb enough to keep quiet about that.
So he gives spiritual guidance, and it takes all your troubles away and leaves only happy thoughts?
Supposedly.
Yep, at least that's what his clients say.
How is that possible? Not even Mizuki could do that, and she's an incredible psychologist.
Can we talk about that dream?
Paimon was gonna say, it all sounds too good to be true.
Also, Bloodshot Danny, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for the follow.
It certainly is. Humans
Appreciate
are,
it.
how to put this, they're a moody race. Always upset about something. Show me a human without a care in the world, and I'll show you what messed up really looks like.
You think? Because honestly, this sounded pretty convincing.
Can we talk
They
to them
said they
about
only
the
left
dream
ice
we
in that
had?
house because they found it didn't deal with the root cause of their issues.
But the idea he is spreading is categorically wrong.
That settles it then. Imura Ichigensai is a quack, making false claims to steal all our customers.
But apparently the
Is
results
that why
are
he's
working
doing
for them
this?
somehow.
To steal our customers? Or is there more to it? It's unfortunate that you didn't get to meet him in person.
Please
I need
tell
some
me
idea
we're
of the
gonna
kind of
mention
person
that
he
dream.
is. Otherwise, I have no hope of figuring out his motivations and goals.
Yeah, it's too bad. Although, if it's any help, we did hear a bit about his backstory from someone else. Apparently, he used to have a really rotten temper, but then one day he suddenly reached enlightenment and became a spiritual master or something.
Imura Ichigensai. Rotten temper. Now wait just a minute.
Oh? Do you know something?
Filing patient records is normally the most tedious job in the world.
So he was a
But
patient
once in a while,
here, is what
something
you're saying.
mildly amusing grabs my attention. Take a look at this.
Amora Chuya?
It's him. I remember him.
Shuya was apparently
Wait,
his...
that guy? Oh no!
What is it? What about him?
Where to start? Imagine a big ball of negative emotion took on human form and started walking around. That's pretty much Imura Chuya.
Oh, so that's
His
bad.
patient record mentions that he loved nothing more than a heated argument. No matter how trivial it was, he could never agree to disagree. He always had to be right. The happiest part of his day would be winning an argument and proving the other person wrong. If he lost, he'd sulk, and if anyone called him out, he'd throw a huge tantrum. Before long, he'd turned everyone against him.
Yeah.
Sounds like he had issues.
And now he's causing us issues.
Oh yeah, serious issues. Anyway, since no one would talk to him in real life anymore, he turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the Yai publishing house, where he would attack writers and trade insults with other contributors. Naturally, this ruined the column for everyone, and the editors soon started rejecting his letters. Next thing you know, he's written a complaint letter to the Tenryou Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the Yai publishing house to reject letters from readers.
Wow.
Gee whiz. Where would you even start with a client like that?
So what happened?
In my case, by giving them a wide berth. Mizuki dealt with this guy. I'm pretty sure he only came here to try and start something. But Mizuki managed to get him into a session, and after some treatment, his mood improved by a lot.
Wow, great work, Mizuki.
Murasaki makes him sound like a rabid animal. He wasn't that out of control. Sure, his personality was very abrasive, but it wasn't hard to see why. Once I understood his situation, I was able to diagnose him very quickly. You have very high expectations for yourself, but you've faced a lot of rejection in the past and haven't achieved much in your life. You've never had any real close friends, so you don't know what healthy connections with other people look like. This puts you and your ego in the center of your world. In short, you long to feel a sense of accomplishment and to receive attention from other people.
And now he's getting
but
just
both
that.
of these are lacking in your life. You have no idea how to properly deal with these emotions, so you've been taking it out on other people, partly to seek attention, and partly because you get a shallow sense of accomplishment whenever you win a war of words with another person.
You promised the world in your adverts, and that's seriously the best you can come up with?
I mean, it seems
I'm not
accurate.
even going to bother explaining all the reasons
Not that
you're
I know
wrong.
him.
I mean, you completely misunderstood why I even sent that complaint letter. The Yai publishing house practically has a monopoly on Inazuma's publishing industry. How can they ignore what their readers have to say?
Well, if you're an
In
asshole...
the magazine column you wrote to, your strongly worded letter appeared alongside dozens of others which praised the writer for their work. You can't talk about what their readers have to say without including them, too.
No one with half a brain would praise a festering pile of garbage like that. Those are not opinions worth listening to.
So when I touched on the idea of you having an egocentric worldview, this is the kind of thing I was talking about.
You...
And then he rushed out.
Wow.
And now he started his own
How
business.
the heck did you get him to stay for treatment after dropping all of that on him?
Simple. The more he realized the truth of my diagnosis, the more he compulsively searched for evidence to refute it with. He lost the ability to communicate like a normal human being. So I kept him here by using his preferred mode of interaction: argumentation. The Tenryou Commission had ignored his complaint letter, so he had no outlets left for his emotional outbursts.
No outlets but you,
Eventually, with the help
apparently.
of some incendiary words, I got him to agree to try some basic therapy. Finally, I was able to tweak his mood and stabilize his condition. It's a shame, really. If I'd only been able to see him a few more times, I know I could have helped him work through his personality issues. But unfortunately...
He didn't want to keep coming?
It was all my fault.
Oh no.
For the last time, it was his fault for being a nutjob.
What? What happened?
Well, one day, he comes in as usual for therapy, but Mizuki isn't here, so Shion sees him instead. I don't know what got into him that day, but he suddenly announced that he wished to be free of his troubles for good, and demanded that Shion make that happen. Obviously, she didn't manage it, and then he pulled out a complaint letter to try and intimidate her. That was the last straw for me. I kicked him out and blacklisted him. He hasn't shown his face here since.
So it was your fault then.
Whoa.
Anyway, now everyone's had a look at his record. Do we think there's any chance that this guy and Nomura Ichigensai are the same person?
Seems likely. I would
Because
think.
it sounds to me like after he didn't get what he wanted, he decided to have his revenge by lying to our customers and getting them to leave.
But is it really that simple? Because he clearly isn't just making shit up, because his customers are supposedly actually seeing results. So it's not just
Bad
lies.
dreams are formed from a buildup of negative
He
emotions
definitely
in
has
the
something that
subconscious.
he's got going.
You can't simply trick people into not having them anymore. If Murasaki was right, then surely they'd have seen his lies for what they are by now.
There's no point hemming and hawing. Let's report this guy to the Tenryo Commission for fraudulent business practices. If he can complain, so can we.
Is anyone there?
We'd like to book a therapy session. Can we start now?
Oh,
Hello?
you actually got
Please come with
customers.
me. I'll get you registered.
Don't trip again.
Wait, those are the two guys Paimon mentioned earlier. Just this morning, they were calling the bathhouse a scam and a ripoff. How are they back here already?
Oh, really? Well, that proves it, doesn't it? I was right. Now that they've realized they were lied to, they've come back. So chin up, Mizuki. I bet you business will start picking up again from tomorrow morning.
I kind of doubt.
Yeah,
I kind
you
of doubt
Yume Kuibaku provide an unbeatable service. No scammer's gonna run you girls out of business.
Interesting. Well, good. Murasaki, go help Shion,
Again,
please.
apparently the dude had so many appointments.
Should have kept my mouth shut. I jinxed it, and now I have to work again.
How would he only just now notice that it wasn't working after so many previous appointments already?
Now we just need to report this guy as a fraud to the Tenryo Commission. Like Murasaki suggested. Problem solved. It looks like the Isa bathhouse will be back in business in no time.
Yeah, I don't trust
No idea
this.
if our investigation actually helped, though.
Of course it did. You were a huge help, and I owe you big time for it. Now then, you only got partway through the VIP experience last time, didn't you? You still have to try the hot springs and snacks. Both are top tier.
Snacks in the hot
true.
springs?
How could Paimon forget about that? Especially the snacks.
I'm more so here for the hot springs, but sure, you enjoy the snacks. After a dip in the hot springs and some delicious snacks, you and Paimon feel wonderfully relaxed.
Wow, Paimon feels incredible now. Nothing beats the complete service package.
We should go talk to Mizuki about booking our next appointment.
Agreed! Although Paimon didn't notice her inside just now. What could she be doing out at this hour? Let's ask around.
Hi there.
Hey there, Mr.
Hi there,
Aikawa.
boss man.
Do you have any idea where Mizuki went?
Oh, you're looking for Mizuki? She actually tends to disappear for a while around this time every evening. It's the one part of the day where she gets to relax herself. As for where she goes and what she does during that time, I'm afraid I have no idea.
Well,
She
don't
takes
need to
the
know.
evenings to relax, huh?
Like the first time we met her?
She probably tells people she's relaxing, but actually she's digesting the bad dreams, right? Hope she's not having any digestive trouble. Oh, remember the place from last time? Let's head there and check on her.
Alrighty then. So that's back out here. Back out of town. Let's see if she's here and what she's up to.
This should be the place.
Yep, she's here. Well...
What? Why is Mizuki crying? Unless... Oh, maybe we got pulled into one of her bizarre dreams again.
Again, something's definitely off. I don't know what it is.
Traveler? Paimon? What are you doing here?
Making sure you're
Well,
okay, apparently.
Firstly, we were hoping to get our next appointment booked in.
Oh, I see. I was planning on making it back before you finished in the hot springs, but I ended up spending longer here than I intended.
We could have also spent more time in the hot springs.
Don't
I
worry.
wouldn't complain about
This
that.
isn't a dream. I was just feeling a little sad.
About?
Oh, what's up? Indigestion getting you down again?
No, my digestion was fine this time. What you saw just now was the aftermath of the digestion process.
So that
Like
makes
I
you
said,
sad?
Bad dreams are basically bundles of all kinds of negative emotions.
Oh.
When I digest them, I feel them all for myself.
Oh.
So when I'm processing these emotions, I tend to get quite, well, emotional.
Does that happen to all Yumikui Baku?
Just the ones who transformed into humanoid
Don't worry
forms.
about the others. To feel these emotions, you first have to understand them. Most Baku
Okay.
have a very poor understanding of humanity. So to them, a human bad dream just tastes like a slice of bland white bread. They can basically wolf it down and barely notice the flavor.
Okay.
I'm the odd one out in that sense. When I was studying abroad, I made a serious effort to learn as much about human psychology as possible. Now I understand human emotions much better. I can empathize with them, and I can now discern many complex emotions when I turn my attention to digesting bad dreams.
Which makes the digestion
But still,
process just,
that's no reason
suck.
for you to be concerned about me. I wouldn't be much of a psychologist if I didn't have the mental fortitude to handle this stuff. Letting your emotions out is one of the most effective ways to process them. Now that I've done that, my mental state is back to normal.
Paimon thought maybe seeing those customers had upset you somehow. It even makes Paimon mad. You work so hard for them, and then they turn around and accuse the bathhouse of being a money-making scam?
And then they come back.
Yes, they were led astray by some swindler, but it's not like they took much persuading.
I can't blame them. The idea that you can forget all of your troubles and never have a bad dream again is a very alluring one. Who wouldn't want to believe that? Traveler, if I really could make you forget all of your troubles for good, would you want me to try?
That is a tough question to answer, actually. Forget them all for good? I mean, yeah, you'd be happy, I guess, but I feel like the happy moments only truly land because of the sad moments you have in life as well. I don't know. You imagine forgetting your pain and longing, the joy of reunion that you are looking forward to one day disappears along with it. Exactly. As you imagine letting go of your hopelessness, you also feel your fighting spirit slip through your fingers. As you imagine being free from your painful regrets, the formative experiences of your journey lose their roots. And if I forget all that, would I even still be me?
You really are different from other people. Discovering what troubles people is easy for me, even in your case. But although I can see your troubles clearly, I still don't completely understand you. Thanks for checking in on me. As a psychologist, I know how to take care of myself, but you showing that you care is still appreciated. Anyway, it's much too late to book another appointment now. You should head home, get some sleep, have a wonderful dream, and come see me again tomorrow.
I really want to figure out what's up with that eye, though. Have we still not told her about that stupid dream? Good night,
Bye
I
for
guess.
now. If you still want to book another appointment tomorrow, make sure to come see me early.
Again, we're literally talking about people who use the power of dreams and, you know, digest them and stuff. Why are we not pointing... Again, a dream like that feels like it's something we should point out, especially when dealing with people and, you know, powers where dreams are involved. Sometimes I wonder why the Traveler is just straight up a moron. Sometimes it truly does feel like we're playing as a moron. Oh well, to the bathhouse. I am back.
Hurry! We're here to book our next therapy appointment.
Well, they don't seem to be doing too well.
It hurts.
Is that about those two patients from last time?
They've
Indigestion?
been like this ever since they woke up.
Indigestion?
Ooh, it's an extreme
Yeah.
case of indigestion.
Huh? How come? Oh, did they eat too many nightmares last night?
I doubt it. We only had 4 customers yesterday, including you two.
Paimon blames the other 2.
I agree.
You're right. Something's definitely wrong with their nightmares. Our ability to digest dreams isn't just a matter of quantity. It depends on the emotional intensity, too. Point being, no normal person should ever have a nightmare of this magnitude.
Well, comes down to, again, who they went to. What
This
do they have in
situation
common?
is dire.
They went to that idiot.
If I can't find a way to help them digest their dreams soon...
What can we do? Let us help!
We
want
need to
belly
find those
rubs?
2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Without knowing that, I have no way of treating them. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke to them both. Think you can track them down?
Should we maybe bring up that dream we had?
They did say
Maybe.
they were gonna get counseling
Please.
from Amora Ichigensai again. Chances are that's where we'll find them.
Lead the way. I'm coming with you.
Could we maybe bring up our dream to them? My god, why? Why is the main character of this game so stupid? No wonder his sister is refusing to reunite with him. I'd stay the fuck away from someone this idiotic too. Here we go.
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but was so distracted that I lost my net. Oh well, it's not a big deal though.
Yeah, I messed up today too. But hey, what's the big deal? A few bandits got away, it's not the end of the world.
Hey, you two! Murasaki and Shion are sick, and it's all because of your bad dreams!
Very accusatory
Whoa,
there, Paimon.
Someone's in a bad mood, huh? So funny.
I know, right?
Yeah, see, they feel no negative emotions. At all,
What's wrong?
apparently.
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but they don't seem offended at all.
Allow me. Gentlemen, do you still remember visiting Isa Bathhouse last night for dream regulation therapy?
Did we?
I don't think so.
Huh. Do you recall having any bad dreams recently?
No, why would I? What in this world could be so bad that it'd give me nightmares?
Brainwashing!
Nope, nothing comes to mind. Bad dreams must be highly irregular, surely. You don't have to look far to see that life is beautiful.
What is going on? It's like they've completely forgotten what they did last night. Although Paimon can believe what they're saying, they don't exactly seem troubled by nightmares. Does that mean Amora Ichigensai's counseling actually works?
But maybe only when going along with what
they're
happened
clearly
in the
not in their
bathhouse.
right minds. Traveler, Paimon, focus hard for a second. I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox.
Oh? Focus hard on what? Huh.
Whoa! What did you do?
So all their
Entered their
bad...
subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated
Yeah.
from their subconscious. Meaning I
Oh
can
my god,
access
it's
it,
shadows!
similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
We mustn't kill them. We have to defeat them but not kill
No!
them.
Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this! I won't!
The sea is too rough today. I should stay on dry land till things calm down.
Huh?
As you can see, their troubles haven't gone anywhere.
But they're just ignoring them
Susukida
perfectly.
seems to have a short fuse, which causes him to act out of line. I'm sure this has caused him a lot of grief in his line of work. As for Umiko, I believe he developed a fear of stormy waves after a near-death experience. Now he's reluctant to sail out to sea at all, which is having a devastating impact on his livelihood.
Except they
Their
don't
negative
remember.
emotions have been isolated from their conscious minds and left to float around in their subconscious. That's why on the outside, the only emotion they appear to feel is happiness. But those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually turning into the nightmares that have been giving Murasaki and Shion
Okay, so it just
indigestion.
gets worse and worse and worse and worse because it's not being let out. All these emotions that they're not releasing are just gonna keep building up forever. How did this happen?
If it's Emura Ichigensai's doing, I guess he's not the straightforward con man we thought he was. Maybe he really does have ways of influencing human emotions.
Not just
That
maybe.
would explain why no one has blown the whistle on him yet. Did you notice anything strange when you came here yesterday?
Can we finally mention that stupid
Not
dream?
really. They were a lot more serious than today.
Actually, since you ask, can we finally bring it up? You remember the strange dream from yesterday and recount it to Mizuki.
You sure kept that one quiet.
Actually removing them. Yep. Which again means that this idiot is still a scam artist. I didn't think much of it at the time. Yes! Honestly, I'm with Paimon on this one, actually. I'm actually with Paimon on this. You sure kept that one quiet because he's an idiot. He's an absolute moron. We know we're dealing with dream powers here. And we just so happened to have a very strange nightmare while we were waiting out here. And we didn't think to bring that up. Straight up moronic behavior.
Oh, no. Look, we have to find this Emura Ichigensai right away.
It's all for the plot. It's all for stupidity.
What is it?
As I said, this is exactly why the Traveler's
Something
sister
inhuman
is
at work
refusing
in
to come
Emura
back to him.
Ichigensai. The Traveler's dream confirms that. He has victimized everyone who has received his so-called counseling. If we don't find and stop him as soon as possible, his victims may well suffer irreversible damage to their psyches.
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little harder. Do you know when Emura Ichigensai will be here next?
What's with the urgency? Why does it matter when he shows up?
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready. No point in trying to rush him.
Oh, no.
This is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, both of you. Only you don't want to talk about it, because you can't reconcile the presence of a nightmare with the happiness you presently feel. Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn apart. You can't quite put it into words, but you fear you're a hair's breadth away from a total breakdown. Is that about right?
Please, stop. Everything will be fine as long as we don't think about it.
Emura Ichigensai's treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. But don't worry, I'm not here to snap you out of your denial. At least, as long as you answer our question.
All right. But seriously, we really have no idea. We've asked already, and all we know is that he's not coming today.
Yeah,
stupid.
Apparently, yesterday's session kind of tired him out.
Is he trying to hide from me again?
They really don't know anything? Darn! Looks like we've hit a dead end.
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
No.
We did ask yesterday. yesterday, but even his guard didn't know.
In that case...
Are you able to help Murasaki and Shion now?
Yes, I suppose. Now that I know what's causing their bad dreams, I can administer the correct treatment.
Then go do that. I'll track down Emura Ichigensai.
Honestly, you've already done your part by bringing me here. I can't keep troubling
It's
you.
no trouble at all.
Don't forget,
It's my job. I'm an
therapy
adventurer.
session. The sooner you stop having to worry about Emura Ichigensai, the sooner we get you all to ourselves. So we're not gonna quit until all this is resolved, and the bathhouse is back to business as usual.
Let's get to it.
Looks like I have no choice but to accept your help again. I have to make sure Murasaki and Shion get the treatment they need. Still, I'm gonna need your full cooperation. If you do find Emura Ichigensai, please do not approach him. Just send me a message and keep an eye on him until I arrive.
How do I send you a message?
The last thing I want is for you to put yourself in harm's way.
Don't worry about that.
No, I mean seriously, this isn't like Star Rail. We don't have phones or anything exactly.
Paimon.
Alright, sure. We'll keep our distance and send the message.
How
Very
do we
good.
contact you, though?
Let's get going then.
How do we contact you, though?
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. It's nice of you to give Mizuki one less thing to worry about and all, but what the heck do we do now? What if we can't find him? 'Cause in case you hadn't noticed, these guys are hopeless. They don't know anything.
If they don't, definitely have no idea, but I suspect Miko knows something.
Wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! She probably knows way more than she let on. There's no
Doesn't
time
she
to lose.
always?
To the Grand Narukami Shrine!
Shrine time. Well, let's see where she is. Well, not here apparently.
She's usually somewhere around here.
She's gonna sneak up on us.
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting a friend?
The latter.
Where did you come from?
It's been a while, Lady Guji.
That was a little lukewarm. You're starting to sound a lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You look rather out of sorts.
Do you know where we can find Emura Ichigensai?
You may remember I dropped a not-so-subtle hint as to his whereabouts yesterday. You mean to tell me you still haven't found him?
Aha! So you did bring him up on purpose!
I mean, we kind of ran into him
Let's not
almost,
lose
but then
focus
we
here.
were chased off.
You're here to ask for my help. So would you mind explaining the situation to me?
Yeah, fair enough.
He's an idiot
We went
and a
to the
scam
place
artist.
you mentioned, but he slipped through our fingers. Next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently, he loves his peace and solitude. So obviously, we've got no idea where to find him now.
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that location.
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday. For example, a guy matching Emura Ichigensai's description came to Mizuki for therapy once. Only his name was Emura Chuya.
So I guess he got married
Wait,
at some
what?
point.
Emura Chuya?
Or he just
You
casually
know it?
changed his name.
I once asked the Yai Publishing House to host an event for contributors to the Reader's Letters column. I had hoped it might be a fun chance to meet some like-minded people and chat. Until he showed up.
Yeah, we heard that
Are
he
you
kind of
telling me
ruined
that
things.
Emera the Hellraiser and Emera the Healer are the same person?
Presumably, yes.
Based on everything we've learned so far, it certainly looks that way.
All right. Well, in that case, give this address a try.
Oh, okay.
Really? Who chooses to live in a place like that?
Well, I don't know what place
This
you're talking
was the
about, but
delivery
probably
address he
somewhere
gave to
that's
the
pretty
publishing
lonely.
house once, when he placed an order for several dozen books in one go. He also requested to pay on receipt. The warehouse took one look and assumed it must be some kind of prank, so they rejected the order, earning them an honorable mention in his complaint letter. Of course, with the benefit of hindsight, it's rather obvious why he lives there. Someone as antisocial as him wouldn't be welcome anywhere else.
Wow.
You've got a point. Well, we clearly made the right decision coming to talk to you.
I'm just glad I could help my old
So
friend.
what?
You mean Mizuki?
We're
So you
going to
really do
another
wanna help
island, I assume?
I can tell that she's invested an awful lot into the Isa bathhouse. It's only natural for me to show some
Presumably
concern
one of
when
the
I
more
see a
southern
friend's business
islands.
in
Those seem
trouble.
pretty lonely.
Really? Because yesterday it looked more like you were looking for a fight.
I assume Mizuki has told you that we're competitors?
Yes, light novels are apparently an equivalent to therapy.
She has always believed that, ever since we were classmates. And now that I'm the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, I'm sure she must feel the need to prove herself through her endeavors at the Isa bathhouse. The last thing she'd want is for me, of all people, to swoop in and save the day the moment the going gets tough. So if I want to help, I have to be mindful of her feelings and tread delicately.
It's rare to see you being so
I'll
considerate.
take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to reciprocate once in a while.
Well, since you're in a difficult position, maybe I can do the honors instead?
Well done, you took the hint. Now, while I'm sure you'd love to chat longer, you seemed to be in a great hurry when you arrived. Shouldn't you be on your way?
I guess we should be.
Oh, right. Come on, let's send a message to Mizuki right away.
Alrighty then. Also, while I'm here, let me just grab some sakura petals and... Oh! So it's not one of the southern islands, it's actually still on the main island. Huh, it's still on Narukami Island. Just over to the side. Okay, okay then. I guess it is still kind of isolated. Just not as far away as I would have expected. Well, let's take a look then. And just like that, we arrive.
This should be the place Miko mentioned, right?
Traveler, Paimon.
Let's bust down the door.
Mizuki! That was quick.
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I managed to give Murasaki and Shion effective treatment as soon as I got back. That meant I was free to head out again as soon as I received your message.
Very good. Then let's get
So,
going.
This is where Emura Ichigensai lives.
Sure hope so, cause this is our only lead. Wait, do you guys smell that too? Some kind of fragrance. Seems like it's coming from inside.
I smelled the same scent yesterday too.
Then that confirms it. We've come to the right place. Now we may face great danger once we're inside.
Oh,
So
I'm
from here
ready
on
for
out,
danger.
Stay close to me and stay focused. I don't want either of you getting hurt.
Don't worry about us.
We'll be fine. You just
Specifically
focus
about
on what
me.
you need to do.
Oh!
All right, fine. I suppose you're used to leading the charge.
CMD! Hi! Thanks for the raid! How was the rest of your stream? How was the rest of your stream? Did things go smoothly? I sure hope so. You do see Genshin, you're seeing correctly. Yes, I am playing the new story quest they added in the recent update. And I'm hoping to complete it and maybe get started on the event a little bit too. We'll see how it plays out, depends on how well it goes. But yeah, I hope the rest of your stream went nicely. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, everyone. So long that I was planning. Distractions are such a silly thing, aren't they? Very silly. But nice. Again, I sadly... You know, I'm one of those people, I've actually picked up Star Rail, but I haven't really played it a lot. Partially because I can't play too many gacha games at the same time, and I'm basically fully committed to Genshin currently. And this will be a bit tricky considering that on Thursday I'm picking up Tribe 9 as well, which means I'll have 2 gacha games I'm fully committed to. We'll see how well that goes. We'll see how well that goes, but I should be able to make good progress on Tribe 9 on release day anyway. And I do hope I'll get lucky with the gachas. I'll definitely be resetting my account a lot until I get some good gacha pulls and can be sure I get my main, maybe a few duplicates of my main too. It is absolutely important that I get Simba. Because she is peak. Absolute peak character. Then again, I'm not quite sure how she'll play with the new gameplay changes that they'll have in the full release. Some of those changes are definitely interesting. Like, for example, the removal of all cooldowns. All character skills no longer have any cooldowns, which is definitely interesting. They instead take away from your stamina bar. I'm not sure how I feel about that change, but I guess I'll have to see it in gameplay. I'll have to see it in gameplay. How that feels without that. One of the changes I'm definitely more on the fence about is... Now, of course, this will mean nothing to anyone who hasn't played the demo. The demo, at least, was public. And this, I will say, was the case for both the public demo and the closed beta before that. There is a thing you can do during battles that is the tension gauge. Basically, the better you play, the more your tension gauge fills up, which unlocks certain abilities that you can equip, depending on how high the tension gauge gets. Up until now, it was always the case that your tension gauge is one thing, and then you have your each character can charge their ultimate skill individually. Now they changed it so that any character can use their ultimate skill at any time, but it will remove part of your tension gauge instead. And I don't know how to feel about that, because you want your tension gauge to be as high as possible, but now you need to use part of it in order to use an ult. And that is something that'll definitely throw me off a lot during gameplay. But I guess I'll see how that goes. Never using ultimate ever again. Again, all these gameplay changes I'll see when it actually happens. Ults needs... But the cool ult animations! You're so nice! I guess it'll just come down to... I mean, if the fight is close to the end, you might as well finish strong by using your ults. Because tension gauge doesn't carry over in between fights. So, if the enemies are almost done, you might as well just ult after ult after ult, completely empty out your entire tension gauge, but get rid of all the enemies. Anyway... Anyway, yeah, as I was saying earlier, I haven't really played a lot of Star Rail, but I assume getting to floor number 12 is similar to reaching the floor number 12 in the Spiral Abyss here in Genshin. In which case, yeah, pretty impressive, because I have a hard time clearing everything there. I usually go up to like floor 11 and don't really attempt floor 12, really. But good on you for actually clearing it. Definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the story now. By the way, for anyone who hasn't played the new story quest yet and doesn't want to spoil themselves, feel free to head on out. if you want to stick around after all because you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen this story quest, then everyone's welcome to stick around. Also, if you gotta, you know, hydrate, eat something, rest after your stream, that is absolutely fair. I absolutely appreciate the raid anyway. You do whatever you need to do. Spiral, it's like boss rush with some, it's pure fashion. It's just as much AoE as possible and get big score. Big score is also fun. I'm still curious about all the new stuff they'll be adding to Tribe 9, especially because there's no like resin or whatever equivalent in Tribe 9. That's gonna be such an interesting thing for a gacha game to have no like energy equivalent like that. It's gonna be so strange. But it will make the grind so much more flexible. Which is why I'm looking forward to it, actually. Alright. For now, let us continue with this gacha game. Sona. Beat up the space station. Absolutely. Beat his ass. He deserves it. Honestly, if you can somehow defeat that boss on your first attempt, you will have my everlasting respect. Again, it took me multiples. I did like a 5-hour stream, which was just dedicated to me finishing up the palace, and I wasn't able to do it. Then I did another stream where I was finally able to pull it off. So, I wish you the best of luck. And I hope you're well prepared for that fight.
As I remember.
Again, of course, we're not gonna be spoiling anything. Would be a shame to do that. But just know that you better be well prepared. And again, if you somehow manage to do it on your first attempt, you truly, truly, truly will have my everlasting respect. Because that was painful for me. It actually made me uninstall the game. No, actually, after that stream, I was just so done. I felt horrible. I felt miserable, and I actually just uninstalled the game. And then after I calmed down, a week later, I continued. I reinstalled the game for the stream the next week, and I was just like, yeah, calm down. I can do this. Well, yeah, no more of that. That was basically me. That was basically me. Well, it was a fun experience up until now. Now it made me miserable. I'm out. Based on Miko's information, you and Mizuki managed to find Imura Chuya's hiding place, alone on a small island. This isolated house seems to harbor some kind of mystery. Even though there is a palpable sense of danger in the air, the two of you decide to venture inside. Here we go. And I get her as a trial character. It seems. I wonder what she plays like. Haven't tried her out yet. I haven't done the character trials yet. But she is gonna end up on the standard banner, so I'm definitely not gonna pull for her. Specifically.
Whoa. This is not what Paimon was expecting.
It looks familiar.
This is creepy. Feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Calm, yet repressed. The signs are all there.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicions. Emura Ichigensai should be hiding deep inside this place. Stay close to me.
Alright, let's see what we got in here. So use her skill and then just
Time to
move?
relax.
Okay, so she's very floaty. Oh! Oh! She's that level of floaty! Oh, she doesn't lose height at all! until the skill runs out. Okay. Lurking, watching some Pokemon with my community. Ooh, nice. Yeah, wonderful. Oh yeah, I will absolutely enjoy. And you enjoy watching some Pokemon, absolutely.
Sweet dreams.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely seems like a good skill for exploring. Only problem is that you can't trigger it while in the air. That's the only complaint. Oh. Interesting.
He set up an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here.
Relax.
Does anything happen if I hold it? No. And she can't attack while... Oh, she automatically attacks while doing this. But I can't press the attack button during it. Okay, what do her attacks look like? Okay, so she's a catalyst user. I see. Okay.
Solidify!
By royal
The floor just completely disappears, yet we're still standing. Oh, fun.
Miss Yume Mizuki, you found me at last. Ah, and I see you brought some friends with you. Please, forgive my lack of hospitality.
Huh. Emira Chuya. So it is you.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be so polite, though.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions. But I have parted ways with them now. That period of my life is consigned to the past. And the name along with it.
You have to listen to me.
Yeah, I mean, it does work like that. You're right,
There is no way to get rid of all your negative emotions. This life you're living now is a lie.
Your
nice ominous aura you've
perspective
got
is most
there.
amusing.
Where can I get one of those?
Don't you know you're harming people?
Harming people? That's what you believe? Very well. I understand and accept your perspective, even if you cannot afford me the same courtesy in return.
Ugh, what is up with him? He's being so calm and polite. So why does everything he says make Paimon want to punch him?
As you can see, Miss Yume Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved.
Then why do you have such a dark aura?
I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition. But I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they invalidated
NPC Baiju.
I became a slave to my emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature. Hostile to everyone. But things are different now. I have acquired the ability to eradicate those emotions for good. No longer will I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion, and that is happiness. I have become humanity perfected.
You're so perfect that you have a dark aura around you.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about you play therapist this time? I have a couple of cases I'd love to hear your thoughts on.
I would be delighted.
Oh, where'd you get the table? Okay then. Whoa.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble. This is having a significant impact on his daily life, and he's developed symptoms of depression as a result.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he is unable to provide for his family, which is causing him immense anxiety.
Oh, of course. He must cast his fear far away and forget it ever existed. Then he can return to the sea at once.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
How so?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deep desire to stand against injustice.
So it's about controlling his rage.
Losing
then,
his
instead of
anger
casting
made
it
him
away?
passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent people. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. Thanks to his cautiousness and diligence, accidents were a rare occurrence among his crew, despite the dangers of their profession. But after forgetting his fear,
Again, it's about
he
controlling
destroyed
the
the fruits of the
emotions, not
entire
forgetting
crew's
them.
labor on his first return to the sea. Fascinating, isn't it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for what they believe in, and fear nurtures care and attention. Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the Yumekoi Baku have learned an important secret about human emotions. Negative emotions do not just go away. They will always be there. This is true for everyone. Not only that, but their presence is essential. You can't have a healthy human psyche without negative emotion.
Yet you eat them.
So do you have
But you don't
any
eat them
idea what
entirely?
you've done to those poor men?
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives.
Again, control the
Humans
emotions.
have a whole gamut of emotions. They're supposed to keep each other in balance. But if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. Untethered rage cripples the capacity to be careful and considerate. Uncontained fear drives people to
Yin-yang, yeah.
abandon beliefs they once held dear.
There must be balance.
The person
and then
you
there's
were
this
when you
bit.
first came to my practice only proves this further. You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately inflicted pain on other people. Meanwhile, the person you are now is so lost that you aren't even aware of the pain you're bringing to others. This diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid it's accurate. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. You have failed to provoke me. I will
Shall we
forgive you
provoke
for
you
this
then?
offense,
Push
because
a little
I
bit
know
further?
my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. But ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
Unless
I'm
they
afraid
just...
not.
Yeah, they're just still building
Look
up.
where we are right now. We're inside your nightmare.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived!
Like the fact that we were walking on air? I knew it.
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions. That can only happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
Are you gonna freak out now?
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them deep in your subconscious, beyond
That
your reach.
entity! Are we
There they
finally
were
gonna
left
see
to
that
fester.
eye?
Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level. You can't even perceive that at this very moment, you're in the middle of a nightmare.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me.
I can also.
This
I
is
like
all
how you can also
just
see the eye on the lantern
Terrible
back there.
joke. This is no dream. No.
Something's appeared behind him.
So, my arch-nemesis has gained through my trickery.
So what is that eye thing?
Clearly you came prepared.
I don't believe we've been
The
introduced.
emotional cocoon I'd wrapped him in was all but impenetrable. Yet still, you managed to tear it down.
So it is you. Just as I thought.
Care to introduce us?
What is that?
A nightmare monster. A fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazuma. We Yumekui Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the traveler recount that strange dream, I knew that this was a possibility. But it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kurayume, and I am the last of my kind.
Interesting how they pronounce that. Kurohyume. Anyway, Kurohyume would be, finally a name that I can actually break down fully. Kurohyume. Kuro, black, Yume, dream. Yeah, makes sense. And of course, you are a nightmare because you are a black dream. I get it, I get it. Finally, I can break down a name fully.
Kurayume.
Haha.
That's a
Kurayume,
name
I'm
I
sorry,
haven't heard
that's
in
how
a
you're
long,
pronouncing
long
it.
time.
Kurayume.
How have you survived all these years?
Likewise.
Whatever you
Yumezuki
say.
is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say,
Just like how Fisher is the princess in the Ertelong.
but I have never felt any great animosity
Flawless
toward you
pronunciations.
personally.
But what do I know?
Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans are such fragile creatures. But now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to stop me.
Are you sure about that?
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
Well then, let's run. Wow, they really stopped me and had me run in place. Oh, fun. Oh, a chest. You think that'll distract me? Yes, yes it will.
What's happening? Paimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick! After him!
Could you stop constantly closing off my path?
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the paths?
He's repressing his emotions even harder.
Here we go. Whee! Guess we're going down, and now we're going back up. no, no. Oh, it just stops. Okay, then.
There! He's got nowhere left to run!
Well, if he's got nowhere left to run, then I feel like there's gonna be some kind of final showdown.
Whoa!
Oh!
What's happening to the ground?
Watch out!
Invisible walls in all directions.
I used my powers to cushion our fall. Is everyone all right?
Don't worry, we've fallen from bigger heights before.
And
The
Paimon
bigger
can
issue
literally
here is that
float.
he got away and we were so close. Ugh.
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete control of his consciousness. We'll never catch him.
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world? If this is his nightmare, he must be asleep somewhere, right?
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people into the dream state. Now we're inside. We can't get out unless we manage to defeat him in his true form.
Oh, I
He's
smell a
turned
boss
Emerachuy's
fight.
nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open, and that's by finding a way to eat this nightmare.
Eat this nightmare? But is that even possible?
Well, we'll leave it to you then.
Not only is it possible, Paimon, it's quite literally my job.
Oh, Paimon knows that. It's just... We all saw what happened to Murasaki and Shion, and this nightmare is super intense. Paimon's worried this won't turn out
He'll just have a very, very bad
This
case of
monster has harmed
indigestion.
too many people. We have to stop it.
But Mizuki...
It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. Let's get moving.
Paimon, learn how
We
to
may
eat
not have caught
nightmares.
him,
You like
but our
eating
chase
stuff.
wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so dark.
That's what happens if you leave your negative emotions to fester. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to follow them one by one until we reach our destination.
Wait, but what is our destination?
His subconscious self?
Where the light is.
Oh, okay, we just go into the light. Go to the light. Yes, it's a Goner
If I say it's your
reference,
fault,
totally.
it's your fault! Do you understand me? You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand! Do you want to go hungry tonight?
Yes.
Ugh, the atmosphere here is so oppressive. Is it anger or fear?
How about both?
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of these fragments, we'll experience the underlying emotion on a visceral level.
Ah, that'll be fine. Oh. Well. Guess we're going this way.
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash!
I
Go
see.
find a real job!
So all this hatred that he felt, you know, like father, like son, I guess.
Paimon feels so bad for him.
Guess
We
he didn't
shouldn't
know
stay
any
here.
better, if that's how he was
Let's keep
treated the
moving.
entire time. Father in quotations. If that's how he was treated while growing up, it makes sense that he'd turn out just like that. It's all he knows.
Ha ha! I won! Another round?
Oh, but the classmate doesn't have quotation marks.
That guy?
Interesting.
He never joins in with anything.
So maybe, I don't know,
Why should
what,
we go out of our way to
adoptive
invite
father?
him?
Or someone who pretended?
Let's keep
or...
playing. Ignore him.
Because I was thinking maybe it's in
Wow.
quotation marks because
That's
it's just
so
like part of
sad.
the mind, but
Nope.
the classmate wasn't
Not
in
here either.
quotations.
Look, there's the light.
Such a bad father that he just turned it into quotations. Fair enough.
What is this place?
So remember what I said earlier about
It's
breaking
his
down the
sorrow.
door? We'll do it again, now.
Yes, sheer overwhelming sorrow. Human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that balance is lost, negative emotions spiral out of control and go on to fuel nightmares. By isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, that monster has completely destroyed his emotional balance. That's why he was able to create such a powerful nightmare. If we want to restore balance, we have to dispose of the excess negative emotion.
So we kill him.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you talk about eating nightmares.
Well done, Paimon. Very clever.
Paimon? Clever?
Alright, what's
Is
the
this a
next step?
miracle?
I need to find a way to separate the negative emotions out. For that, I need a special medium. Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotions and help him regain some measure of control.
Let it out, Chuya.
Mother's
tears
also in
flow.
quotations, it seems.
You'll feel better after a good cry.
Again, probably not his real parents. If they're really in quotations. While the classmate wasn't.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable
Such a
despair.
good mother that you became my quotations.
These excess
Yes,
emotions will be separated
totally.
out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Ugh. Mizuki!
I assume it's a lot. Do you need belly rubs?
It's all right. It's an unpleasant flavor, but I've tasted it thousands of times. A good cry
Okay.
can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping, I think he should be able to take another step out from the swamp of despair now.
But we like
Are you
despair.
ready to come out now, Chuya? I'll be waiting for you right here, son. I'd love to listen to more of your stories whenever you're ready.
Do they now? Interesting. Interesting, Spinner. Alright. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? How dare you people cry?
All right. There goes that nightmare. Hopefully this marks the beginning of a sweeter dream.
Amazing! Suddenly, Paimon feels so relaxed and maybe even happy?
I thought I found the perfect host, but you found the one weakness in his emotional
We
armor.
meet again. So what brings you down here?
Freeing a single host from my clutches changes nothing. You cannot stop me. I told you you are too late.
That's what you think. But you see, you have bigger skill issues than me, which is impressive, to say the least. Ah. Alright. Stairs.
What is this place?
A new dream?
I can't believe it. He's brought us to the borderland.
The what now?
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuman subconscious. A dream that can exist even without a host. This must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his kind. He hid here.
Okay.
Mizuki, that eye.
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating copies of himself. This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here,
oh boy,
he can place a copy of himself in every dream.
We really need a dream
if
expert.
Succeeds,
can we call Nahida
then
real
he'll
quick?
have effectively revived his kind already.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down. Do we think a sword will do the job?
Maybe, if we can get close enough to reach his core. But he's brought the nightmares of all his victims here, and that gives him an immense amount of power.
Oh, I
Dealing
can
with
handle
this many in
powerful
one
foes,
go is
don't
going
you
to
worry.
take a different approach. We need a power to rival his nightmares. The power of sweet dreams.
Again, call Nahida.
Sweet
She
dreams?
knows about dreams and stuff.
Where are we gonna find those?
Lost minds. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from sweet dreams originally. Come on, follow me.
Alrighty then. Whatever you say.
Careful. We've got to move quietly. The nightmare monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight.
Thanks for letting me take all that damage while you were explaining. Really do appreciate that. Run. Let me just go ahead and heal that back up real quick. Excuse me, I'm still hiding. Oh.
Time to relax.
Just gonna go in here real quick. Oh, why does it have to be them? This truly is a nightmare. If you have these stupid rift hounds.
La la la.
Stabilize.
Oh great, and of course there's more of them.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. Boing, boing, boom.
Have I mentioned how much I hate these things?
The show begins.
No doubt the worst creatures out there. Let's see your
Cast your
burst.
worries to the wind.
Oh wow, but you do be pretty strong, it seems. Hi there. So you're a sweet dream,
Chasing
idiot.
Tanuki through the woods, and climbing trees to hunt for Oni Kabuto. Thank you for lending us your happiness.
Alright, that's one. I don't know how many we need, but we got one. Come on.
Turn that frown upside down.
Would you...
Sweet
There we go.
dreams.
Made it. Wait, wrong one. There we go.
May I present?
Hi there.
Watching fireworks fly up into the sky and writing wishes on a prayer plaque. Thank you for sharing your passion. All right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to face him head on.
Oh, we only needed two? Well, that was easy enough.
The core should be just up ahead. This will be a tough fight.
Why?
I've had
Are
tougher.
these sweet dreams not sweet enough?
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find in the immediate vicinity. Which means we're running out of time. Our chances of success are shrinking by the minute. We have to act now.
No problem. We're ready to go.
Again, I've taken down many tough opponents. This shouldn't be that bad. Can't be worse than the wolf boss. Let me just be sure I'm fully healed up. Looks like we're good. Okay.
Time to relax. Turn that frown upside down.
And we made it.
The alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I lured you here? Because this is my domain. Where are you?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you
Not
say.
yet it isn't.
If you're so strong, then why don't you send out some stronger foes? Because this is child's play.
Now,
okay, you got
use
these
the power
idiots.
of the good dreams.
I think you will find it to be quite ineffective against the power of my nightmares.
Gather! I will have order.
And how about now I just... There we go. Yeah, okay, I get it, you heal.
Solidify!
My mistake for allowing you to do that. Alright, so when is it gonna get tough?
I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans now. Why must you still treat me as your enemy?
Do you really
Because
bring
the
happiness in the
you
long run,
provide
though?
is a lie.
Yeah.
All you do is make them forget their negative emotions exist. And now they're living under the illusion that they're gone for good. All the while, these repressed feelings continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually becoming nightmares intense enough to become your home. Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain. What you're doing now is no different from what you've always done.
I am correct. This time, I shall change the fate of my entire kind. When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, when they lose their ability to survive, that is how my kin died out.
So now you let them suppress them and fester. Yeah, whatever.
Instead, turning them into the perfect hosts, capable of surviving no matter how dire the situation in their subconscious gets.
Too bad you're gonna die.
To a revival, my kin shall rise again.
Actually, it's the opposite.
You do realize what that means, don't you? You've gone from one extreme to the other.
Oh, I'm perfectly aware. There is nothing you can say that I do not already know. For over all the years that your kind has been learning about the human mind, I have been hiding here, watching and learning from the fruits of your labor.
Well,
But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourself.
and I could not care less about your life. I'm actually gonna end it now.
Now here's a question well worth thinking about. If we allowed the humans themselves to decide, which of us would they really choose? You or me?
Well, so far, a lot of people have apparently chosen Kuroyume.
Do you see now?
Oh wow, you're really attacking her now, huh?
Before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
Should we maybe attack now? Because that thing is
He's
getting
growing
stronger.
But we've exhausted the power of the sweet dreams already.
So we need more sweet dreams then?
Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions include apathy and sloth. Without the Yumekibaku there to hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you honestly think that anyone would ever be inclined to embrace their negative emotions?
Well, maybe to a
They would sooner
degree.
run from reality to forget all about their troubles and live inside an illusion.
But the whole
Alright,
reason
you
I
need
wanted
sweet
to
dreams.
become a
I've apparently got a
psychologist.
ton of those, so maybe that is my cue. Once again, to use protag powers and do protag things. Mizuki.
Traveler. These feelings. So that's how they should taste.
Very nice.
Longing. Caused by separation. So bitter. And yet the experience led to a whole new journey for you. If you keep pressing on, maybe even more precious memories await.
So can we win now,
Despair.
please?
Caused by failure.
We like despair
Icy
over here.
cold. And yet in conquering this despair, you gained the courage to face the lightning. Regret. Caused by missed opportunity. A
We're
harsh
Danganronpa fans
aftertaste.
over here. We like
And yet
despair.
it's only
Give us all
through
the
that
despair.
loss that we can learn to appreciate everything we
I
have.
don't imagine
and after
not liking
all these
despair.
flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope.
Hope? No.
So that's why I was able to taste a sweet dream at our first meeting. Long before you ever met me. You'd already gained the courage to never avoid or run away from your feelings. And all your nightmares had become the fuel for sweeter dreams. The power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey is surely far stronger than any power wielded by that creature.
Which is why
The
it's
whole
time for the
reason I
final
wanted to become
showdown.
a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
No, you get cut. Oh no! Oh no 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 no! No 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 no! Don't! You dare make me play a solo traveler?
Your dream is so powerful.
Traveler, give him all you've got.
You can't just give me solo traveler. Why would you do this to me? You have no care for my team composition. Don't you see that I have zero investment into the talents for Traveler? And you bring out these idiots too!
Following thunder!
And you bring out more of them. Why? Why Rift Hounds when you force me to play solo Traveler? This is stupid. At least they provide constant healing here, which makes this actually very much so bearable. It's still annoying, because I deal so little damage as Traveler.
Take this!
Impossible!
There we go.
With just one person's dream? Wow! I have been planning this for so long!
You see, I have plot armor. That's how.
Once the false dream he created has been destroyed, I can make sure all his victims make a full recovery. I don't think I ever would have been able to do this without your help.
Don't mention it.
Is it time for the token cutscene of every story quest? I think it might be time for the cutscene
What?
of this quest.
He's still not dead? Wait, does anyone else hear water? Where is that coming from?
Maybe he made his host build some kind of device in the underwater cave. Once he realized we were onto him, he decided to sacrifice his host.
So you mean we're in danger in the real world too?
We've got to wake up.
But
Gotta wake up.
Pinch ourselves?
This should be high enough. Traveler, Paimon, jump.
Alright, just falling. Falling wakes you right up. Falling in a dream, I know that.
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes.
I assume I'm not allowed to open them again until you say so.
Yes, just like the last time.
But I want to see the cutscene that will surely happen now. Oh. Did she say so? Hello, I am under the water. Well, now that's an experience.
Hold on tight. The Yomeku Ibaku are getting to work.
Gonna get all of that? Okay, they're gonna start nomming up those dreams. Paimon, you wanna try too? You like eating things, why don't you try one? Oh, they big. Oh, they can get big, big. So can we fly like this forever now? New gameplay mechanic, you can just fly wherever you want. Ah, it would be nice. We know it's obviously not gonna happen, but it would be fun. Just zooming across the map. But again, Genshin making the cutscenes look way too nice. They do nail these cutscenes, you gotta admit.
It's finally over. It's a good thing I had the foresight to ask them for help, or I'd be the one dying from indigestion tonight.
My good dreams helped, right?
Mm-hmm. They were very delicious. Traveler,
I'll be
could
sure
I
to
pick
get
your
some
brain
more.
with another question? What do you think humans tend to have more of? Happy dreams or bad ones?
Whew, that's a tough question. I feel like it's a decent balance. Well, I'm gonna be thinking very hopefully here and say happy ones.
If only that were true. Most people struggle to deal with their negative emotions. They bottle them up inside until they've festered and turned into nightmares. As a result, humans have far more bad dreams than good ones, and most happy dreams are short and fleeting. They are so rare that it's basically impossible for them to be shared with others. Heck, there are even people out there who only have the mind space to have happy dreams after they've given us their bad ones. Which is all to say that the dreams we get to taste are usually bad ones. No matter how hard we try, we can't seem to change this state of affairs.
Well, I'll be sure to bring you back
I
very
once
many
believed
happy
the only
dreams.
reason we Yumeku Ibaku existed was to serve as a disposal method for nightmares. It's a fate that we cannot escape, no matter how many dreams we eat,
or how many years passed by. Even though I call myself a clinical psychologist, I also have dark thoughts sometimes. I suppose that's the only problem I have. Still, after learning the principles of psychology, I came up with a new way to look at all of this. If we can use psychotherapy to help people come to terms with their emotions, they'll gain the ability to deal with their nightmares on their own, so they'll no longer need to call upon us for assistance. That way, more and more people can free up their minds for truly
Doesn't
happy
change
dreams,
the fact that a spa day
until
would
there'll
be very
enough
nice
to
every
share
once in a
around.
while. But that's a beautiful wish.
A naive one, more like. Even though I've run this business for quite a long time now, it still hasn't come true. Not even once.
Also,
So
hi
I must
Tormuse
thank
and
you,
Stuffy.
Because after meeting you, I finally became sure that my wish is achievable.
Welcome
And
to
knowing
both
that
of
is
you.
all
How are
the
you
treatment
doing?
I need against the dark thoughts I sometimes have.
The gacha rabbit hole is a dark and dangerous journey. It sure is.
Paimon's been looking everywhere for you too.
It sure is. She does have pretty pastel colors. A very fun yokai we got introduced to today. But yeah, hi Stuffy. I know the gacha rabbit hole is a dark and dangerous place. Which is why on Thursday I will be doing a 12-hour stream of that new gacha game I've been looking forward to. It releases on Thursday. I'm gonna be playing it on Thursday for 12 hours in one go. And I'm gonna experience what it's like to really tire myself out, because I never stream that long. My streams are always about 3 hours normally. And the most time I usually go for is 5 hours. Those are the long streams on my end. So 12 hours is uncharted territory for me. It really is. Looking forward to figuring that out. But yeah. Yeah, us free-to-play sufferers. Hey, it's suffering, but at the very least we are keeping our wallets intact. And sometimes that's what matters. You can enjoy these kinds of games. Quote-unquote enjoy these kinds of games. Even without investing a ton of money. Even if it makes it harder. And I mean, hey. Look at me. I've invested no money into this and I still have my C6 wrongly. Triple crowned with a refinement 5 Staff of Oma. In all honesty, that's probably better than some whales have, so I'll take it. That close-up of their hands, are they implying something romantic happening in the middle of this apparent psychological discussion? There's always something romantic happening. Especially, you know, with Paimon interrupting now. Paimon.
Paimon was just watching the Baku eat the nightmares. They got really full and started rolling around on their tummies. It was so cute. Anyway, that's why Paimon fell behind. Got a little
It's your favorite
distracted
gacha?
watching
Limbus,
them.
huh?
Oh,
I'm not sure how many
speaking of
gachas I can
Baku,
afford to pick up,
we were
though.
gonna book another appointment with you, weren't we? Remember? Before we got caught up in all those nightmare shenanigans?
It's a little late for that now. Ask me again tomorrow.
Oh.
Still, the night is young.
Single brain cell in a
Wanna
character,
stay here and watch the moon
basically.
with me for a little longer?
Huh?
Oh wow, we actually get to sit up here a little bit.
The moon sure is beautiful tonight.
I guess I could chill here, but... Ah! Imagine I just fell to my death right there. Chicken sleep was active. Same as library, I recommend it to you, but it's fucking difficult. Hey. I mean, I'm gonna be playing Tribe 9, which is apparently also difficult. If the demo is anything to go by, the demo basically made it seem like it's gonna be the Dark Souls of gacha games. But of course the full release is supposedly gonna be a lot easier again, because they're gonna integrate a counter mechanic, They're gonna remove cooldowns on skills. It's gonna be fun. With that said, if you jump to your death to escape the conversation, that would send a very interesting message, now wouldn't it?
Osmanthus wine tastes.
Alright. Wait until dawn. I shall do that. It's begging for the wallet to be opened? No, it isn't. Because I am partnered with the game, which means I'll probably get a bunch of extra pulls for free if I had to guess. In fact, that is part of what they said. Extra pulls, some partner flair. I'm looking forward to finding out exactly what I'm gonna get. Of course, that also includes supposedly early access to updates.
Final day.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the game's release this Thursday. Of course, obviously, I will not be able to tell you all the infos about the game. Does you want it to be? I sure hope it's gonna be great. It should be. It should be.
Water from the hot springs has...
I also have to be careful with how much stuff I say, because obviously some of the information I have is covered under NDA.
Excuse me.
And
hello.
I would hate to breach an
Please come
NDA
register
right
over
about
here.
now, or any time.
What's going on? Why are there so many guests? Had I known, I'd have definitely turned some of them back.
Oh, it looks like business is booming with Amura Ichigensai out of the picture. And it's good to see that Murasaki and Shion are well on the road to recovery.
Morning, you two.
Can we make an
Wanna make
appointment
an
now?
appointment?
Yes.
Yes, please. For today, if possible.
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're our most important customers, after all.
Awesome! In that case, very important Paimon would like to start with the fine dining this time.
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my
Oh
advice
boy.
and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me, old friend.
Why would I be upset? It's not as if I ever took your suggestion seriously.
So can we go into the hot springs
I've
now?
missed that way with words. So affectionate.
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every darn time?
Morning, little ones. Did you enjoy the scenery last night?
What? You were spying on us?
Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine. What was I supposed to do? Move the entire shrine to give you some privacy?
Yes.
Is there a reason you're here, Lady Guji?
Mostly because I felt like a walk. But I do have a message from the Tenryo Commission to pass on as it happens. The gentleman who your fellow Yumeku Ibaku fished out of the water last night is no longer in a critical condition.
Uh-huh.
Although his mind seems to have regressed to that of a young child.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Without your help, things might have gone a lot less
At least that means you might no longer
smoothly
be so
yesterday.
rude. It wasn't me.
Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to prove myself. How could I not? But maybe these feelings are what have driven me to take this business as far as I have. My sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check, and my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to persevere. I'm able to accept these parts of me for what they are. There's no need for you to tiptoe around them.
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all
The
my
poor
running around for
code.
me.
Yes, I am the poor
True.
code.
But then again, without the traveler's help, you'd have been placed in a difficult position. Emura Ichigensai had amassed a huge following.
For the Gucci at the Grand
Oh, that's
Narukami
cool.
Shrine to publicly go against him would have
When
been
did
a
F and
dangerous
F turn
move.
into something pay to win?
An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation.
Fingers crossed
Much
you'll
safer
finally
for the
do
Gucci
it.
not to get personally involved.
That song has put you through
It was
enough
the right
suffering.
decision. While that's all true, my main concern was that I didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
Miko.
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like my worries about upsetting you were unfounded.
It's not that I don't get upset. Everyone has their fair share of troubles. But every sorrow has its cure. Here's your new VIP pass. Please take
Yay!
good care of it.
Official VIP to the bathhouse. Perfect. Fully clothed. All is as it should be. Alright. 95 hours? It's ridiculous. And true, the one from Foundation Cube is also gonna be tough. Definitely. Beach episode with everyone fully clothed. Yes, all is as it should be. Again, this exclamation mark is gonna annoy me to death. It always will. Because it's just telling me to do this. And I know you're not supposed to do that because it makes the character worse to do that final upgrade. Oh, so annoying. Yeah, you did it. Yay, I get extra stuff. Let's read the letter, I guess. I'll teleport out of here, though, first. Just in case reading the letter immediately triggers something in the bathhouse. I wouldn't want to miss out on any dialogue, you know. We all hate it. Letter from Guji Ai. I haven't seen or heard from you in quite some time, little one. Don't tell me you've forgotten all about your Lady Ai Miko and gone off and found yourself a new shrine maiden somewhere else. If only. That wouldn't do at all, for one thing. It would break my poor little heart. But surely a kind and soul such as you couldn't bear to see me that way, would you? Tell you what, let's meet at Tenshukaku. I've already had a word with the Okuzumeshu at the entrance to let you in. So don't think about turning me down. Relax, you're not in trouble. In fact, you're in for quite a treat. Heh. Oh no. Accept invitation.
Tenshukaku? Why does she want to meet us there? Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
I guess we'll get started on this quest. Guess we'll get started on it. I'm not sure exactly how far I'll get into it though. Again, I'll definitely do this quest in another stream, but since it's a 3-part quest, I feel like it doesn't hurt to get at least started on the first part, so I can more comfortably finish it off in another stream. Anyway, hi Takeshi.
Ah, welcome, Honored Traveler. Guji Ai told me about your visit. Please, come in.
Well, that was a lot easier than last time.
The almighty Shogun is also inside. It's best not to keep her waiting.
I've dabbled a little bit in Honkai Star Rail, but not a lot, and I haven't started Triple Z at all. See, the thing is, I can't pick up too many gacha games, and with Tribe 9 coming up, I really can't afford to pick up another one seriously.
I'll adjust the budget here, and we'll definitely turn a profit.
No. We must confirm the official representative before discussing
Also,
details.
it's nice to finally see A again.
There is an order to this that must be followed.
How about you? Are you invested in triple gacha?
This must be the Shogun, right?
Because I am just, you know, again, taking 1 fully seriously has been enough for me so far, and now it's gonna upgrade to 2, which is gonna be a lot. But there's gonna be a bit of a difference with Tribe 9, because Tribe 9 doesn't have like an energy system like the resin in Genshin. So I can space things out however I want when it comes to the grind. I don't have to worry about, like with Genshin I constantly have to be on track, so I keep spending my resin in an efficient manner. In Tribe 9 I can just be like, okay, I can just do my dailies and be done with it, and then one weekend I can just be like, and now it's time to grind. Mit Ryan's English VA? Nice! I can imagine that was cool. On a convention or something? I would assume. Nice, very nice. Man, imagine running into people like that. Couldn't it be me? You did mention something about going to a con, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Genshin and Triple Z is enough for you, that is totally fair, Gabe. And for me, Genshin and Tribe 9 will be enough. So, yeah, Gabe and I will both be playing 2 gacha games, one of them being Genshin. Sadly, the second one is where we differ a little bit. Hands weren't bleeding over crossed out with the new keyboard. Well, again, hoping you'll be able to beat that song soon. Very soon. That's her, alright.
Ah, little one. It's about time. Come, I have a contract for you to sign.
Out of nowhere?
We're not just gonna sign a random contract out of the blue.
Also, if it's one of your contracts, how can I be sure I'm not signing myself up for slave labor or something?
Hardly, hardly. Oh, well, labor is a part of it, but you will be compensated.
How will I be compensated? As long as it's compensation in Primo Gems, I'll take it. Sign in a heartbeat.
So he's the representative you selected. He would indeed be the perfect candidate for the Mikawa Flower Festival.
Again, if the compensation is in Primo Gems, I'll do it. I'll sign the slave labor contract or whatever. Wait, they still didn't get proper voice acting? I thought they finally got the voice actor situation sorted in this update. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we'll see how far we get. The Mikawa Flower Festival.
When the yokai still roamed the land, they celebrated an event known as the Mikawa Flower Festival. It was an occasion for drink, laughter, and merriment.
We hosted a version of it during the Test of Courage. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we weren't able to put on a large celebration.
Alright.
So, I got to thinking, why not have another go? This time with the Mikawa Flower Festival for yokai and humans alike. One that combines human ingenuity with yokai arts to offer the most innovative and thrilling entertainment of our time. Open to all humans and yokai throughout the land.
And when will this take place?
Huh?
Right now.
Wait, kind of like a Kitsu Yuge and a Kitsu Hanea Sobi? Those games were really fun.
For an important event like this, an official representative is required to preside over the festivities.
And I guess
In the
that's...
past, the role was usually given to the Guji, or an individual from the Yashiro Commission. But this time...
It is the legendary
Neither
hero.
myself nor the Kamisato family can assume the position, given we represent one side or the other, the yokai or the humans.
But aren't I a human too? I mean, technically?
Human you may be, but you possess a deep connection with the yokai, and you do not hail from this land. That makes you a more neutral option.
I see.
Moreover, you took part in the previous festival during the Test of Courage. In my estimation, there is no better candidate for the role.
Plus,
I guess.
Your name has the potential to attract an even greater showing. So are you going to sign this thing, or what?
I guess I don't really have a choice here, huh?
Point. Then let's go ahead and... Wait! Paimon almost fell into our trap.
How much are you willing to offer? And is it gonna be Primo Gems? Because I don't give a crap about Mora. I have way too much of that stuff.
Oh, come now. This is for an important occasion, is it not? Even I've chosen to throw profit to the wind. Surely a selfless hero like yourself wouldn't turn your back on a good cause.
As
According
long
to
as
the
there's
proposal,
Primo Gems in
the
it for
proceeds
me.
will be distributed as follows: 40% to Yai Publishing House, and 10% to the festival representative.
Hey, no fair!
I want 30%.
Now, 10% might not sound like much, but Yai Publishing House is going to great lengths for this occasion, both in time and personnel. All you need to do is show your face.
Absolutely not selfless. He's F2P. You are getting paid. Yeah. No. I need my F2. I need my Freemo gems. I do need my Freemo gems as an F2P. They are absolutely required. You say that now, and then you're going to put me to work once I agree.
Getting smart, aren't you, little one? In that case, I'll throw in another 10% from the other half of the proceeds.
No, the other half is going to the shogunate. That is not up for negotiation. But I am rather curious about the supposed great lengths you mentioned. Unless I am mistaken, most of the personnel and supplies are to be provided by the shogunate. In that sense, 40% seems rather high for your establishment, does it not?
Oh, calling her out?
When did she reprogram you to argue back like this?
Proceeds should be distributed according to contribution. Besides, from the very beginning, you planned to allocate an additional 10% of your share to the Traveler, did you not?
Wait, so earlier you were just trying to shortchange us?
What's the fun in bargaining
Common
if you
Yai
open up with your best
strategies.
offer right off the bat?
Paimon doesn't see the fun at all. But 20% is acceptable.
Alright, so what do I have to do as the representative? Once the representative confirmed, the rest of the conversation goes quite smoothly.
Games have always been a central part of the festival, and both Akitsu Hanayosobi and Akitsu Yuge were extremely popular.
Alright.
So, the plan is to host an event where the attendees have 48 hours to create a game of their own. We'll have new and exciting entertainment in no time.
Ooh, everyone loves fun games. You won't have to worry about attracting humans and yokai to the event.
That is the general plan. I'll leave you to iron out the finer details and contact the participants.
So the live trying to think what you're talking about. I don't think I was coding anything. Live in the Discord. The other day. The other day could mean many things. The time I was live in your Discord, I think I was grinding experience in something. That was another thing that I did on my Discord. Yes, the JP learning thingamajig. There was also that time I was just in call with two other people, and one of them did and was experimenting with animating me, which I am still very charmed by, honestly. The charming fact that someone would be willing to animate someone as silly as myself. I'm really curious as to what that's gonna turn into.
This is a critical time for the Shogunate's new development plans, and the survey team is returning
I mean, just
momentarily,
think about
so
it.
I must turn my attention to them.
Got it.
Yeah,
got
people
it.
can be busy
We'll
sometimes.
see you later then.
But yeah, anyway, that time I was playing something that was just me, again, grinding experience in an FNF mod. And all that experience grind did absolutely nothing for me because I still can't beat that one particular song. With mechanics turned on. Once I turn them off, I win easily. The mod in question, by the way, is... Stuffy, you're familiar with Sky and the fact that she has many different versions, right? Are you familiar with specifically Ski? S-K-I. The little gremlin version, so to say, of Sky. apparently I got way too attached to that little gremlin, and there is a mod for FNF literally just called Ski Sings the Entire Undertale Soundtrack. And Ski Sings the Entire Undertale Soundtrack is a mod that allows you to actually earn experience for beating songs. Earning enough experience will allow you to level up, and more higher level means you have more health. Even so, at this point I'm level 18 and I still can't beat Megalovania in that mod. With mechanics turned on. I've beaten every other song with mechanics except for Megalovania. It's gonna make its way to my I'll have to be. You wanna know what the problem is? Is it the fact that there's mines in the charting? No. Is it the fact that the screen is partially covered? No. Is it the fact that I have to dodge Gaster Blasters during the song? No. It's the fact that after you hit like the 2/3 point of the song, it flips the game around. And that flip gets me. I can play perfectly up to that point every time, and the second it flips, I die in a second or two at most. And I can't get past it. It's horrible. Anyway, where to now?
Jinju Forest. Let's pay a visit to our old friend Ioroi.
As though caught in a dream. I think I'll go through the next dialogue and then I'll leave it. You know what I'd already tried? I already tried just flipping my screen. Like opening my controls and being like, okay, let's see, display layout horizontal. Let's have it horizontally flipped, and that way it immediately flips the entire screen upside down for me. I tried that. It didn't help. Not as much as I would have hoped. Alright. We'll go through this
before I forget,
next segment and then we'll
Kitsune meal first.
probably wrap it up a little bit for today.
Whoa, it smells so good. Oh, and also kind of like fried tofu for some reason.
Alright, here we are.
The smell of humans. Nothing to see here, just a statue. Huh?
Oh, you shouldn't.
Wait,
you really shouldn't.
why do I
Plus,
smell
the problem with that
kitsune?
mod is that you have to unlock the songs in
Remember us,
order.
Ioroi?
With Ski Sings the entire Undertale
it's
soundtrack, you have to
youngsters.
play the songs in order as they are in the OST.
The
So you won't
nasty
unlock them
kitsune
until
who
way
turned
later
Chinju
on.
Forest into the playground for her test
A
of
little
courage.
bit annoying.
Oh, Chinju Forest is supposed to be Yorroy's territory, right? Oh, no wonder he's so mad.
Exactly. How could you hold a test of courage without inviting me?
Also, I haven't interacted with the statue in a while.
So that's what he's angry about.
It's going to on stream at some point. Just when I do want to suffer. You know, you don't have to suffer through the beginning songs. It's just chill listening to the Undertale OST. The suffering only happens later on. But there are so many other good mods out there that aren't that particular mod. Like, Ski sings the entire FNAF 6 soundtrack. Or Ski sings Witty Definitive Edition. Or Ski sings the Hex mod. Or yeah, I was a little bit obsessed with that little gremlin and played a bunch of those. They're all made by the same person, all those mods. Very silly stuff. Anyway, could you even participate?
Anyway, what brings you all here? Something to discuss?
Okay, so he avoided the question completely.
I actually came to apologize about the test of courage.
Really now?
It was my mistake not to invite more yokai to the ceremony. So for this Mikawa Flower Festival, I knew I had to extend
yes,
a
Clara
personal
from
invitation
Iruma-kun
to the
is
Bake
absolute peak
Daniki.
character. Absolutely adorable.
The Mikawa Flower
Absolute
Festival?
adorable gremlin.
Yes! The Mikawa Ichiboshi, Shosei, Gyobu Koban? Where did you come from?
We need more lovable gremlins like that. Absolutely. Why can we suddenly understand? Why can we understand them all of a sudden? Is it because of the Kitsune meal? On second thought, better not ask.
Never trust an apology from a kitsune, or an invitation for that matter. It's just a silly festival. So what if there's delicious food or fun games?
Yum, yum! Fun!
That's enough, you two! Don't fall for the kitsune's cheap tricks. Such hopeless, innocent cubs.
What a shame. I was hoping to take you all to the festival, but it would seem Ioroi disapproves.
No fun allowed, I guess.
I suppose it makes sense. Poor Ioroi, stuck in this statue all alone while the rest of you got to have fun. How sad that would be.
Poor Ioroi.
Excuse you.
Just move the entire statue.
I am Ioroi, the Kakushigami of the Bakke Danuki. I just, yes. Just worried the cubs will get distracted and stray from the Tanuki path.
I should also mention I was hoping the Bakke Danuki could help the humans take their games to the next level. Talented as you are in the art of transformation. In Inazuma, only the Bakke Danuki can hope to match the Kitsune in that area.
Match?
Fingers crossed.
The Kitsune could never rival the transformative gifts of the Bakke Danuki.
Oh well, I was thinking of using
I haven't had any
Bakke
internet
Danuki
issues
as
in a
the symbol of the
while.
event and the promotions and such.
But I've had a
But
few before
alas,
as well.
It would seem that you
Specifically
don't like
with
that
the
idea,
internet just
Ioroi.
randomly cutting out.
No matter. I shall simply seek the help of the Kitsune. When the time comes, all of Inazuma
I think
will
it's
know that
happened
Kitsune
only
stepped
like
in
a
to
handful of
accomplish what
times
the Bakke
total.
Danuki could not.
I don't know how many times, like 3 times? 5 times? Yeah, 3 or 5 times, anywhere in between, I don't know. But yeah, it has happened to me where the internet just cut out during my streams and didn't come back until like half an hour later, at which point, yeah, the stream was basically finished. Which is, yeah, it happens without warning and there's nothing I can do about it, but it hasn't happened in a while, knock on wood. What an obvious strategy.
It worked, didn't it?
My dear cubs, transforming into things that already exist is only a small fraction of what it means to become a great Bakke Danuki. To even get a quarter of the way through your training, you must be able to turn into things of your own invention. Just like when I turned into a gigantic ramen bowl that could fly.
For some reason, my upload speed.
So go forth and seize this opportunity.
It's getting like
so
what?
you can advance
That
the
is
name of the, no,
definitely
I mean,
a
advance your
downgrade,
training.
yeah.
Not all humans are bad and scary. Some are good, just like these youngsters. Go with them and transform into things you've never tried before.
Don't worry, Ioroi. The little Tanuki are safe with me.
Are they though?
You're the one I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Well, we're here too. We'll make sure they don't, stray from the path.
I'll hold you to that. Now, Kichiboshi, Shosei, Yobu Koban, while you're out there, always listen to...
anyone but Yaimiku.
Always listen to Whitefur.
And Mr. Yellowfur. And Auntie Pink.
No, not her. What does that look supposed to mean? Don't look like that.
Miss Pinkfur.
I almost forgot. Given their level of training, speaking to humans will be a problem. Just a moment. I'll cook up a few Bakke Danuki meals to keep on hand.
No need. Here, Miss Pinkfur prepared a special kitsune meal for you all. It will give you the ability to speak to humans.
You stole our tricks too? And changed the name?
Seemingly oblivious to your always loud sound protest prepares nonsense. I still hate it. I 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 hate the auto-advancing text on the black screen. It is a stupid design feature, and it
really
boggles
that
my
much
mind
better
how they
than
still
mine?
haven't fixed that issue.
Splendid. That should make our lives easier. Now we can head into the city and start forming the teams.
Teams?
Well, we need more than Bakedanuki power to design these games. 2 humans per team should suffice, I'd say. Now, I need to discuss the layout of the venue with the Yashiro Commission. I'll leave the team recruitment to you.
And you'll leave the team recruitment for me to do next time. Put to work already. Guess I need to earn the extra 10%.
Hold on. You're not taking part, Miko? You're really gonna sit out on the fun? You of all people?
Yes.
Making games is nowhere near as fun as playing them. Besides, working through the night certainly isn't my idea of a good time.
Making games? Working? Through the night?
Anyway, this time I'm going to wait for the fun to come to me. See you later, little ones.
Can't press a button to instead of skipping the entire dialogue box. Yeah. Sometimes this game makes it a little bit annoying. Again, I think it's weird that sometimes they have text on black screen and you actually have to click to advance the text. At other times, the text shows up and just automatically disappears after like a second or two. And you either get lucky enough to be able to read it, or not. Which is annoying. Oh yeah, these character anecdotes, I wonder what those are all about. Those are a new feature, right? Are they worth looking into? Like, is there any value to them? I don't know. Mostly unvoiced. So that means some of them are voiced, which means they're probably all supposed to be voiced, but they don't have the voice actors yet. But they're nice. Maybe I'll check them out at some point then. We need to get good at some point. I wonder if I should save up for Klee again at some point and just try to get her to C6. Not sure if that's really worth it though. After all, I already have my main at C6 and that should be enough. I should really just focus on getting more different characters at this point. So it was just a Triple Z update. Well, she better be. Anyway, I'm not sure how important your character anecdotes are, especially because they keep changing each day. So they're not super mega important. Probably not important enough for me to worry about them here. Anyway, as I already said, my next stream is gonna be on Thursday. It's gonna start 3 hours earlier than normal, and it's gonna be a full 12-hour stream. My first ever 12-hour stream. Reminder, my longer streams go like up to 5 hours. 3 hours is my default, the longer ones are up to 5. 12 hours is an entirely new level for me. So, yeah. Definitely something that is... Definitely something that is gonna, you know, take it out of me. I hope I'll be well prepared. I'll try to get some good food in me before I start, so I will have the energy to actually commit for those 12 hours. And I'm super, super duper excited. Suffering through skiing at level 12 hour. I can imagine that they are brutal, but they're not going to be as brutal if I'm playing a game I seriously enjoy. And I know I'm going to enjoy it, because I enjoyed it when I played the closed beta, and I enjoyed it when I played the public demo. Even though I will have to admit, the public demo did a few things that I did not like as much. severely shortened the story for the intro. Like, the beginning story was cut down tremendously from the closed beta to the public demo. And that was done specifically so that people, thank you by the way, could get to the gacha more quickly. Because people were complaining that they had to play for so long to finally get to the gacha elements and all that. And I'm sitting there like, I want story. I want there to be story content. That was good stuff. Why did you have to cut it? So I do hope that they re-add a lot of the story that was cut in the beginning. Because I think it definitely worked better in the closed beta than it did in the public demo. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, should we raid Ash again today? So waiting for the link release, but it's still missing. Get it? Haha. Haha, ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, by the way, let me just do one thing real quick. As a true genius of marketing, let me just say, wishlist this game. Do it now. Wishlist it now. It'll be it'll be available very soon. Also enjoying, except for when I'm being sad and re-rolling accounts for stuff. The thing is, as far as I'm aware, re-rolling an account in Tribe 9, it actually resets you straight to the gacha if you reset your save data. Like, if you play through the beginning part and everything and you reset your save data, I've been told by Neon, who's done it actually during the demo test, that if you reset your account, it resets you straight to the point where you first unlock the gacha. Which, honestly, I think is great. All the more reason why there's no need to cut the opening story down. You can have the opening story be as long as it needs to be, because you don't have to replay it if you're desperate to get to the gacha. But yeah. That's that. Blame you for when I'm broke. There's no need to blame anyone. Be sure to pull for Semba, the best character in the game, who I think is also going to be the first limited 4-star character. 3-star, actually. I think it only goes up to 3-star. It feels confusing to say 3-star is the highest one, but yeah, I think it is, right? If I remember right. 3-star is the highest. Anyway, yeah. Semba, the first limited character with the highest rarity. There. Most definitive way to say that. She was my main during the closed beta. She was unavailable during the public demo, but she's absolute peak. I hope she's still peak with the gameplay changes. I really hope so, because I really like her. Alright. I think we're raiding Ash again today. Hope some of you are up for some Kingdom Hearts. I sure hope so. Also, damn, can I just say, I feel like we're stagnating in terms of followers. Like, we've had, like, what, 2 new followers and we're back up to 980. We've fallen below 980 and risen back up to 980 and above it and then fallen below again so many times at this point it's confusing. I think we've peaked at 980. But maybe I will get 1k at some point. Brushing up against success. At one point, we'll hit the 1k milestone. At one point. So packaging to do. You do whatever you gotta do. Alright, raid is set up. Alright, everyone. I want to once again thank you for joining me. I hope you'll join me for the next thing. I mean to unfollow. Yeah, sure, do that. Anyway, see you around. Hopefully I'll see some of you during the Tribe 9 stream. I'm so super excited for that game. I've been waiting for it for so long. I've been waiting for it ever since before the anime dropped. I've been waiting for it ever since they first announced that the Tribe 9 franchise was gonna be a thing. They had small little gameplay snippets, and that already piqued my interest. And then the anime came out, and I was like, okay, this is good. And then I learned that the game actually takes place after the anime, and the anime is canon and all of that. And I was like, damn, I wonder which characters we're gonna get to see again. The hype, the hype, the hype. Anyway, let's just get this raid over and done with, and I'll see you for the Tribe 9 stream. Until then, have a good one, everyone, and see you around. Goodbye. And of course, if you're watching this as a VOD after it's been uploaded over to YouTube, then your support has also been greatly appreciated. And if you want to catch me live in the future, you can simply do so by checking the description down below. There'll be a link to my Twitch. I stream there every single Friday and Saturday, and sometimes other days of the week too, although that's a bit more irregular. In any event, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you around some other time. Until then though, have a good one, and goodbye.